Hey everyone, we wanted to thank you for sharing your time with us every week. Hazel and I love talking Destiny and interviewing guests.
However, we realize that we produce a lot of content in our shows and it might be a little crazy at times.
Yeah, especially all the Hazels getting off the rails and rabbit holes. It's crazy.
Mother...
So I had all kinds of ideas on how to change the show. Make 2 shows, split them in half, cut out content. I don't know.
Yeah, trust me. You don't realize all the crazy shit he had in mind. So, you are welcome, listeners. I fought for you.
Hey, I thought the new cat segment would be awesome.
Yeah, because who doesn't love a 4-hour podcast? So, we are bringing back timestamps. We will provide them every week. Just look at the show description for the episode, and you can jump to where you like. For all you people out there like to zip around and don't have time for, all of our shenanigans.
Yep, right there below the episode. Yeah, it's right there. Go look. I'll wait.
Take your time, or not, because the longer you take, the more time this ad's going to be.
Yeah.
So anyway, we respect your time and know that you're busy with life and week and everything else. So, check them out.
And later, Guardian.
Come on, man, not that crap again.
Hey, man, DMG loves cats. I mean, we see cat pics every week in the TWAB.
I get it. You're pandering to him and Hippie, because Hippie likes them too.
Yeah.
It's not DMG anyway, you noob. It's Cosmo.
No, DMG loves cats.
It's Cosmo.
I thought DMG loves cats, too.
It's fucking cold.
32 degrees and 3/4.
Hell with that, man. It
That's
is
a great temperature.
Well, I won't tell you how hot it is right now. Okay.
It's like 89 Fahrenheit.
It's 80. It's 81 right now with 100% humidity.
It's so fucking hot, dude.
It's like at the edge of the beach,
raining,
dude.
basically.
It's never fucking raining here.
No,
it's crazy.
it's not raining. It's just humid.
Then that's not 100% humidity.
Yeah, 100% humidity, and it doesn't have to be raining for that.
Is rain.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it does.
No.
That's the definition of it.
No. 100% humidity. We've had it all the time down here, and no rain.
100% humidity means that the air is saturated with water.
I'm about to Google check
All right,
this right
80% humidity.
Yeah.
There we go.
Do it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, okay.
I mean, either way, you're going to walk
All
outside
right.
and feel like you just walked into a shower.
I'm looking at a weather station. It says 71% humidity, so there we go.
Oh, wow. So there's a difference between 71 and 100. Math with Gatr. That's my favorite.
Guardian down.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for hanging out with us today. Welcome to episode 146 of Guardian Downcast, or a couple of day one OG Destiny gamer dads that love and talk about the game. We also occasionally interview content creators and community members to find out more about them. We're the show that asks, what is it you love about the Destiny community? I'm your host, The Gatr, and my co-host Hazel is here as well. Hey, man, how you been?
Hey, I have no idea, what I've been up to lately. All I know is that I have been knee-deep in Discord because we've been having some shenanigans in there.
Have we ever?
So, and I'll be honest, this has probably been, I know some people are not going to believe it when I say this, but thanks to Brittany, Parlous Sprite, Hades, Monkey, don't
forget Rodimus. Don't forget Rodimus.
Yeah, exactly. I'm scared not to mention him, but yes, thanks to them, I've been having a blast in Discord, and I know that there's been a lot of chaos, we could say, but if you actually get past like the 4,000 messages that have been going on, and you start at the beginning and you just kind of go from there, you will find a good time, actually, and then join in, and it's, it's really fun times.
It's been busy. So how's your week? How you been, man? Your week been good?
Shit. Fuck, I don't know. Yeah, it's been fine. This week took forever to pass. Been doing some Guardian games type stuff.
Yes.
And, aside from that, not much else going on, man, over here on my front. So, what about you?
Well, this last Saturday was my son's wedding reception / party / let's just get together and drink. And it was great. Used our brand new deck that we just got built, and my daughter, Snail and Trails, who's in this chat right now, in fact, got a ton of video and pictures, and that's some of the pictures you've been seeing in the Discord that I've been posting are all from her, so you can thank her for that. But yeah, it's been
nice.
Dude, it's been crazy this week. I'm trying to get back into my normal routine. I'm very routine oriented, and when it gets messed up, I just get in a tizzy. But does anybody say that anymore? Tizzy? Never mind. Anyway, tonight.
Maybe if they're over the age of like 7.
Probably. Well, tonight we have our very first community cast episode. What's that?
Sorry, just laughing at you.
Oh, jeez. Of course. We are doing it live tonight, guys. This is in our podcast live stage channel in our Discord. If you ever want to stop by and, see how things are made on the podcast front, you can listen in live. It's pretty cool, actually. And you can leave whenever you like. It doesn't let anybody know, oh, somebody left. No, it doesn't. It doesn't do that. You can join in and listen to the shenanigans and then quietly step out. So sure you don't want to go, RNG? You good? Oh, okay. Okay.
Are you scared?
No. But anyway, back to my point. This is our very first community cast episode. We invited a few select members, kind of representative sample of our Discord community, and they've stopped by and are talking with us about the game, about life, hell, whatever else comes up. And here's what we have planned for tonight. First, we're going to talk to these community members, maybe introduce them a little bit, maybe ask a random question here and there. It's not going to be a full interview show because, we don't want to be here for 10 hours. But we then have one of our special Fast Fire segments we call the SpeedRun for a few of them that haven't completed it yet for 2022. Hazel's going to go over the TWAB for this week. That's this week at Bungie, Marcus, for the 11th week of Season of the Risen. And before we go, we'll also answer a lot of community questions, and we're going to all add songs to our award-winning Guardian Downcast show playlist. All right, let's roll, GDC.
Thanks for listening to Guardian Downcast. You can find us on Twitter at Guardian_D_cast.
Or you can find us on Instagram at Guardian_Down_cast and see what pics our weekly guests want to share with you.
Or just visit our website at guardiandowncast.com for all the contact info and where else to find us. And you can also play any past episodes you like in any order you like, right from your browser.
Man, don't or me. Hey, Guardians, while you're at it, follow our Guardian Downcast show playlist on Spotify and iTunes. We post those links in our show description every week.
So check us out, and later, Guardian.
Toddles! Hey everyone, Gatr here. The live show last Friday was so much fun. I really enjoyed all the community members that showed up to hear us live. To say the show was a bit lively would be an understatement. And we had so much fun, it lasted over 4 hours. Not to mention a few unscheduled members that joined in on the conversation. You'll hear that later in the show. So in today's episode, we're going to share some of the highlights and the lowlights. Listening to a live show is really, really fun. It's all unedited and maybe not as polished as our show you're hearing today. But you actually get to hear a lot more that you won't hear in today's show. If you want to join us, our invite link is posted in our show notes below, so check that out. We have so many conversations and many topics and channels to jump into the conversation, or you can do like many of us, just hang out and see what hot topics are shared that day. Hey, you might even see a rare occurrence where Hazel and I go at it for a bit. You know, before we jump in, I just wanted to thank our guests for our community cast, and that would be Basically NACL, Drafty, Jealous, Mohafo, and one of our newest members, Gigi, Leaf on the Wind. You can find her on Twitch and Twitter as Gigi, Leaf on the Wind. Okay, so without further ado, let's listen in to our very first community cast. And again, hey, thanks for spending the time to listen to our little podcast today.
I kind of wish I did spend a lot of time, especially in school, because we had a classroom where you can, just spend all the time there. And sometimes if I couldn't finish it before leaving for school, I'd just stay back like an extra hour, like doing overtime. Look at this guy, he's not going home. But I kind of wanted to like finish up what I kind of set myself to get done for that day, because obviously you only have so many weeks before school year is done, and you kind of want to plan, all right, by this time I want to get at least the structure done, and I want to get certain parts of this product done, so at least this is checked off for this week kind of thing. So that's why I would have liked to do if I did have time for it.
Nice. Yeah. That's a great idea. I mean, it's great that you have a class that you can play with your wood in. So,
Indeed.
Nice.
Indeed. Guardian.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, quick follow-up here for you. Would you travel to space if possible?
Heck yeah. If you told like any year-old me, like, hey, you want to go to space? Like, yes. Like, it's crazy how I wasn't like the biggest science nerd or anything. Like, when it comes to science, like, it's like biology, chemistry, physics, like physics, just because it looks so cool. Like, I'd watch like endless documentaries and stuff, and even like having books around in the library, it's like, I don't know, just so fascinated by it. Like, a whole world, a universe out there, you can't want to explore it. Obviously, it sounds funny coming from me because, I don't even touch grass. But yeah, I'd touch some grass in space.
That's a good idea. I like that.
Yeah. That's definitely why I'd love to go to space if I could. One day. I say that like it's possible. Like it's possible.
You never know.
I never know, yeah.
Could, open it up and do a lottery. And
why not? You know what?
Yeah.
You've given me hope. That's what I needed for today.
That's what I'm here for.
Thank you so much.
All right, Gatr.
All right, I got one for Drafty here. You ready, Drafty?
Maybe.
All right, I'll give you two real quick ones here. Number one, where do you go when you need to blow off some steam?
Gun range.
Oh, I like that answer. Do you have one pretty close to you?
Yeah, right in Tarpon Springs.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Okay. That wasn't too easy a question, so I have to ask another one.
Yeah. 30 rounds from an AR. Yeah.
Okay. All right, here
Great
I go.
amount of steam blown off.
This seems like it's made for you. Well, we'll see. Number two. What's the most creative excuse to get out of doing something you didn't want to do? That's a thinker.
I don't know. Could I just do it?
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I know they're, okay.
Way to go, Gatr.
Well, I listed them all for everyone so they can look at them beforehand. Okay. All right. No.
My job, there is no reason. You get sent on a call. You're the only one there. You got to do it.
Okay. All right. Then I have to ask a qualifying question then.
Oh my God.
What would you do with an extra hour in a day?
Sleep.
Yeah, I think I would too. Okay, I'm out. That's all I had. Go ahead, Hazel.
Sorry, I fell asleep during all of that.
I bet you did.
Okay. Here we are. Question for Jealous.
Jealous. All right.
I like this one. All right. Jealous.
Yep.
You're the captain of a ship. What would you call it?
Black Pearl.
Oh, you're a fan, huh? Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
I was going to give another answer, but I don't know if Gatr would approve of it.
Well, go for it. We're all adults here.
Well, no, you wouldn't get it. That's the thing.
It's anime, isn't it?
Dude, I'm gonna fucking smack you.
I'd be the Thousand Sunny.
The what? The Thousand Sunny?
See, I knew you wouldn't get it.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Hey, Gatr, there's a magical device called Google. And whenever you don't know what something is that somebody mentions, you can just go to it real quick while they're like typing it and go like, what the fuck is that? And then you can look it up and then you can go, oh yeah, that's the ship from One Piece. And then you can go like, wow, see? Because we had to teach you that there's a computer or a calculator on your computer and Post-it notes on your computer as well.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know there's a calculator on my computer. That is true. I didn't know it. I was using an office calculator here.
Yeah,
so
he stopped
Peter, there's
what
a
we were
shortcut.
doing. And
There's a shortcut that you can pull up a calculator with, okay? It involves Alt F4.
Alt F. I don't see an F4 anywhere. Oh yeah, there it is. No. Not this time, buddy. Not this time. You're the one, by the way, when we were all hanging out at that special event when we were at the tower, Gatr was there. Jealous. You were the one who instigated this. You were the one who told me to press Alt F4.
It's about damn time you say that.
I'm sorry, Gatr. I'm publicly apologizing.
I'm so sick of you blaming me on shows.
You did play along. You did play along. For the record, you played along with it. He's out. But yeah, I know who did it now. All right. That's crazy.
Yes, I am the person that got Gatr to get out because he was the only one that got in through the queue. So we all made him reset.
I got your that's all right. I got your new nickname on Monday. All right, cool.
Oh boy.
All right. I've got one. I'm going to pick one for basically an ACL here. Let me see. What do I want to ask Salt? Okay. This is an easy one. What's the last thing you've done that you were really proud of? It can be big or small.
It would have to be proposing to my wife. Be totally honest.
Nice. Oh, heck yeah, man. Damn.
Oh, it's so sweet.
All right. Well, I'm going to ask another one then. That was too easy. I thought these would stump. I thought these questions would stump people.
We're moving on.
No, I thought these would stump people, and it's only stump drafty tonight. So, oh my god,
maybe the people did their homework.
Maybe. All right. I'm going to ask.
Actually, looked at the show notes.
Okay, here. Nobody looks at the show notes. Okay, here you go, Salt.
No, they don't.
Here's your second question. If you were a bartender, which famous person would you like to serve, and why?
Oh, Mark Hamill, hands down.
Oh, good answer. Dude, you guys could probably swap some stories, I bet. If he was there, you were serving him a bourbon or something.
I just enjoy his Joker from Batman. Animated and from the Arkham series.
Do you follow him on Twitter?
Yeah.
He's hilarious on Twitter, man.
What's Twitter?
Oh, never mind. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I don't have a Twitter.
Don't worry about it.
Wow, Gatr knows what Twitter is, y'all.
Yeah, I know the Twitter. I'm on the Twitter. Heck yeah. I do the tweeting thing. All right. Do we have anything else, Hazel? Or do we want to move on?
Why don't we do one of our signature questions for each one?
Yes. Good idea. Okay. Let me pull up signature questions.
And then we'll go from that into the speedrun.
Sounds like a plan. Let's do it.
Look at that.
You start
amateur bullshit my ass.
Semi-professional bullshit, thank you. All right. All right.
I'm deducting points. Okay. Back to Gigi.
Hey.
I gotta know. I'm sorry, Gatr. I gotta do it, okay?
Go ahead.
Do you want to take this question?
No, go ahead. I know what you're going to say.
Okay.
Can you pull it off,
So this is going to be a spoiler alert, but for a future episode when we have you on. Hint, hint. So I got to ask it like Gatr does, so I'm sorry if this sounds creepy. What's behind the gamer tag?
That wasn't too bad.
Ooh, that was a nice voice there.
I like it. No, well, with my username, Leaf on the Wind is an ode to Firefly in the movie Serenity.
Oh.
One of my favorite shows and movies of all time. My favorite character's name is Wash. He's the pilot, and he's the pilot of Serenity, the ship, and his signature line is, "I am a leaf on the wind, watch how I soar." And then GG just stands for Goofy Gamer because I'm goofy as fuck. Because everybody's like, is it good gamer? I'm like, no, I'm shit at video games. So absolutely not.
That's awesome.
Like, you should have seen me running around trying to figure out Guardian games last night. I'm like, what am I doing? I has no clue. I has the confusion.
Yeah, you and everybody else.
I mean, for real though.
We were all running around, and then we're like, Dado, help us. We need a video.
Yeah, I literally went, it said, hey, try the training grounds. And I did not see the 1550 there. And I was just under 1550. And I was like, I'm getting destroyed. I'm in danger.
I tried to solo that, and I was like, I'm out. This is taking way too long. Those 1550, what is it?
I thought you wanted solo shit, man.
Yeah, but I have to earn medals. I'm on the clock. Got to get it done.
Yeah, I'm fucking Bungie.
He only does solo shit when it's early in the morning. He first gets out of bed and he can spend an hour in the bathroom with his phone.
Oh man, that was low. No,
men do that.
I need to stop laughing.
It's typically afternoon.
All right. Anyway, moving on. All right.
No. I got one for Mo. I got one for Mo. All right, Mo. We probably asked you this when you were on our past episode, but I'm going to reiterate it and see what your answer is. Is why game? What is it about video gaming as a hobby that you enjoy?
I don't know how, but my parents that literally do not game, they don't understand it. Look at me like, what the fuck's wrong with this kid? Why does he just play video games? And ever since I got a hold of a console, it's just been what I like to do. Like, yeah, I've watched, as a kid, watch random bits of TV as you can, or cartoons, whatever. And it's like, games just, I don't know, just too good. So, I don't know, when you've only grown up with it, it's kind of hard to explain. Like, you just play games all the time. But I'd say, I think it's also the fact that so many different, ranges of games, like genre and stuff like that. And once you play some certain games, even though you 100% it, but you want to play it again. Like, I swear, let's not talk about Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Swear I played that 7 times. I don't know why. Just loved it. Well, I do know why. Because it was so cool to have my own band of assassins and just send them everywhere. Instead of getting interrupted as I'm climbing a building, I could just send an assassin, kills the fucking archer on the cross roof, and I can carry on free roaming. Loved it. So I guess, love games. Plain and simple.
Hell yeah, Mo. My parents were the same way. Snell and Trails can verify that. My parents never gamed. They are not gamers at all. In fact, they look at me like something's wrong with me. Like, do you still do that video game thing? I'm like, yeah, it's my hobby. It's what I like to do.
Yeah, I get told, you're 26 or something. When are you going to have a family? I don't know.
When I'm ready to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then you have your IRL friends that are like, dude, let's go do some fantasy football and stuff. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm good, but I've got a raid I'm doing tomorrow. They're like, what the hell's a raid?
Yeah, my imaginary friends are also American. But yeah.
Yeah. They just don't get it.
Dude, what's up, dude?
Yeah, exactly.
That's how your imaginary American friends sound.
Yeah, dude, let's play some American football.
Well,
dude. It's gonna be so rad.
The Gen Xers out there, we always said dude. Dude was how we. I mean, you can say dude so many different ways, and it means so many different things.
Just guys being dudes.
Like dude.
Or that does mean something.
I like that guy,
dude. All right, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, thanks, Mo. Appreciate the answer, buddy.
It's all good.
All right, you got one for Drafty, Hazel?
Oh, I guess. Or do we want to forget Drafty again like you did earlier?
Jealous. I got one for you. No, I'm sorry. Just kidding.
I can see where I'm not wanted.
No, please. We haven't seen you in forever, Drafty. Stick around, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All
Hazel.
right. So, Mr. Drafty, sir. Do you have any hobbies outside of gaming and lounging in your pool?
Well, I used to work on a race car.
You didn't tell me that. Quarter mile?
Yeah. 360 sprint.
Oh, okay. Nice.
But that's been a while. No, it's just a home improvement and work and games.
I mean,
Not bad. Not bad.
That fills a lot of day right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I get the honey-do list, and it's like, oh, jeez. All right.
He needs his own honey-do list besides Gigi.
Yeah. I got list within list. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Drafty. Oh, jealous. What can I pick for jealous tonight? Let's see here. All right. Jealous.
Yee.
What is one thing that our community may not know about you? I know you're an open book. It's what everybody says, but I'm sure there's some little quirk or something that we don't know.
For Lana, who's simping for you.
That is actually a really hard question.
That's why I like it. I get different answers. Very different.
I'm ambidextrous in a lot of activities.
You're left. You
I'll
bowl.
take it.
You bowl left and right.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, when I broke my pinky, I had to use my left arm.
Are you double jointed too?
No.
Okay. That's great, man. I wish I was ambidextrous. That'd be fantastic. Because, you get tired bowling, your fingers get all messed up on your right hand. You just grab the bowling ball and throw it with your left. It's great.
Yeah, everyone said I was stupid.
I don't think so. I tried bowling.
They're like, you got a broken hand. Stop.
Well, you don't have to use it. I tried bowling with my left hand.
Said.
It's your brain just cannot figure it out. Not my brain.
Oh, it took a little bit, but got adjusted to it.
You can train it. All right, thank you, sir. Hazel, why don't you ask basic NACL's question and take us out, man?
Okay. So, Salt, do you have a motto or mantra that you live by, or a couple of them?
Not really. No, I don't really have one.
Okay. Are there any that you just like in general? That's a no.
Take it day by day. Oh, yeah. Either one, I don't really care. Call it no, call it yes.
Okay, man.
Okay. All right. At least you didn't say fuck Hazel. I'm okay.
Yeah, that's true. I was hoping he'd say that, but never mind. That's okay. That's all right. Hey, gang. Thanks for your candid answers. And all right, we have SpeedRuns. We got at least a couple of them here, and we'll do that right after this.
Call the Praxic Order. Call the Thanatonauts, the Jinsen Scribes. Call everyone so they can witness you.
All right, listeners, this segment is called the Speedrun. This is where we have a database of over 385 questions asked at random. That didn't sound good either. And we have several people who will have 90 seconds to answer as many as they can. These are short 1 or 2 word answers, and at the end of the year, the guest with the most answers will win a prize and title of 2022 Speedrun Champion. The questions are asked at random, so no one can memorize the order, and just answer quickly what comes to mind. Tonight I'm going to ask the questions, and Hazel is our timekeeper and quality control expert. In the event of a questionable answer, Hazel's decision will be final. Sharp Valor, Rush Jet, and now Sweaty Spooks are our 3-way leaders with 33 questions answered. So let's start with Drafty. Because Gigi's never done this before. Let's let Drafty do it, and that way Gigi can listen in and kind of get the gist of what's going on here.
All right.
Oh, look at that. I got Drafty's list right here. Good deal. All right, Hazel, we all set?
Yes, we are. I'm just waiting on my clock to pull up. There we go.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Warlock, Titan, or Hunter?
Hunter.
What is one of your favorite Destiny 2 weapons?
Jotun.
Void, Solar, Arc, or Stasis?
Arc.
Should there be freelance solo strikes in Destiny 2?
No.
Favorite donut?
Boston cream.
M&M's or Skittles?
M&M.
Beard or clean shaven?
Beard.
Strikes, Crucible, or Gambit?
Strikes.
What do you wear when you're home alone?
Nothing.
Swerve or straddle road debris?
Swerve.
If you could choose, who would voice your ghost?
Mark Hamill.
Human, awoken, or exo?
Exo.
What's the best sandwich?
Reuben.
Lime or strawberry margaritas?
Neither.
What's the worst job you've ever had?
Bagging groceries.
What's your favorite Destiny planet?
Io.
Are beers seasonal?
No.
Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
Charcoal or gas barbecue?
Gas.
Hard or soft shell tacos?
Soft.
Morning person or night owl?
Morning.
Ikora, Cade, or Zavala?
Cade.
Are birds real?
No.
What number am I thinking of?
69.
RNG Gatr or Gator?
RNG.
That's just wrong. Do you like pickles?
No.
Resolution or frames?
Resolution.
Jorts or moist?
Moist.
Laces or Velcro?
Velcro.
Favorite smell?
GG.
Is exercising worth it?
No.
Wired or wireless? Oh,
Wired.
Did I get that in time? Let's give it to him. Because I said something extra and it probably killed time. Fair enough. All right, Hazel. Let's hold that answer. Keep that number in mind. Let's hold that answer. And now we're going to bring in GG and see how she does. No pressure, GG.
I mean, one of those answers just got awkward.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Might have.
I'm just sitting here going, Just consider me my dog, 90-degree head tilt.
Uh-oh. All right, Gigi, you kind of heard how it goes. We gave you a little bit of a preview. Ready?
I watch enough Family Feud. I got this.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
That's money.
All right, let's do it. Hazel, all good?
Yeah.
Okay, here we
Not
go.
Doing a strike right now with salt. It's okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Warlock, Titan, or Hunter?
Titan.
Favorite salty snack?
Chips.
Void, Solar, Arc, or Stasis?
Void.
Favorite superhero?
Superman.
Should there be freelance solo strikes in Destiny?
Yes.
Is pumpkin spice a real coffee flavor?
It's disgusting, no.
Burgers or burritos?
Burgers.
Roller coasters or carousel?
Roller coaster.
Strikes, Crucible, or Gambit?
Strikes.
Best Destiny subclass?
Void.
If you could choose, who would voice your ghost?
Ryan Reynolds.
Human, awoken, or exo?
Awoken.
What's the best sandwich?
Grilled cheese.
Simpsons or South Park?
Simpsons.
What's the worst job you've ever had?
Burger King.
What's your favorite Destiny planet?
Mars.
Alt Rock or Prog Rock?
Alt Rock.
Lay Monarch, Trinity Ghoul, or Tiku's Divination?
Tiku's Divination.
Ever been hit by a wooden spoon?
Yes.
Boba Fett or Mando?
Mando.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Ikora, Cade, or Zavala?
Ikora.
Cake or pie?
Pie.
What number am I thinking of?
59.
Spend the day off at home or outside?
At home.
Mountains or beaches?
Beaches.
Extrovert or introvert?
Extrovert.
Paper or plastic?
Plastic.
Do you have a tattoo?
Yes.
What's the best name for a pet?
DOG.
Horror movies, yes or no?
Yes.
Ooh. Oh. Now I'm thinking I shouldn't have given Drafty that last question. if the count is what I think it is. Oh, man.
Did I miss it by one?
All right, Hazel. We'll let you deliver the results here. How did Drafty do?
If my maths is correct, it looks to be 32.
Okay. And how did Gigi do?
31.
Uh-oh. Okay. No, that's really good. That's
But remember.
Always be better than him, so I gave him this one.
There, see? and it's just a game. It's just a game. And by the way, that is a podium finish. Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
That is very close to our leader. It's very well done. We've had some people get that close, but not many. It's very well done for both of you guys. Good job.
Can I chime in?
Yeah.
one off from me, who's had 2 other chances prior.
Exactly.
Is awesome.
That's...
Yep.
Drafty, women are just smarter than us, man. My wife would blow me away on this, too.
We live longer, too.
Yeah, you live longer, your brain's smarter. I mean, yeah, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Your brain is smarter.
Your brain is... I don't know. Anyway, good job, both you guys. Good job. Good job.
Yes, very good job.
Yeah. So, first chance, 31. Very, very respectable.
That is very respectable. Very well done. Hey, listeners, I got a question for you. Do you have a great question for our speedrun? If that's a yes, join our Discord and enter them in our Speedrun Question Ideas channel, and we'll add them to next year's speedrun. Just remember, they need to be yes or no, 1 or 2 word answers. Either or questions will also be accepted. And don't forget what's your favorite. I like those. At the end of the year, we're going to have 2 drawings for a $25 gift card of your choice, and you can enter up to 5 questions to go into the drawing. So good luck. Also wanted to mention, if you are enjoying our podcast so far, all we ask, tell a fellow Destiny gamer out there about us and share our little podcast. All of our links will be in our show description. All right, sounds good. Let's move on to our next segment, and that would be This Week at Bungie. Hey Guardians, just a quick reminder that we now have a Destiny 2 clan, and Hazel and I invite you all to be a part of it.
If you're looking to find a clan, now would be a great time to jump in and get to know some of these great gamers you've heard. We're not hardcore or anything like that. Enjoying what time you have for Destiny is all we ask.
So, if you're looking for a clan out there, we have a permanent link in our Discord under the channel GDC Destiny 2 Clan, where you can find a link. Otherwise, look for Guardian Downcast Pod, and the link will be in the show notes of this podcast. Right down there.
So, I lied before when I said that we don't ask anything of you, because we actually do. We ask that you do join our Discord first, so we can communicate clan stuff to you, like clan podcasts and clan nights, and just random shite like that. Besides that, you can lurk all you like.
So join us. All right, 11th week of Season of the Risen. Having fun in Guardian games. But what is going on in the TWAB this week, Hazel?
All right, so... Okay, for this 11th, 12th, 10th, whatever week. What is this? What's going on?
What is what?
What is going on? We've like tripled in size here. What's going on?
What? What are you talking about?
Hello. Hi, Gatr.
Oh no. What's up, guys?
You know, remember that the 3 people you wouldn't allow on your show?
Oh, I don't recall.
Well, they're in here now.
I see that. Hi, fellas.
And we're not leaving.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
We're not leaving.
Oh, my God.
The calling is upon us.
The people wanted this. Jealous wanted this. GG wanted this. Drafty wanted this. I heard it at the beginning of the show. So.
What?
Yeah, I wanted it.
I was thinking it.
Go look at the chat. It's there.
We're having technical difficulties. I wonder what's going on here.
Please don't say it that way, GG. I don't want Drafty coming after me.
What?
All right.
We're closer states-wise, GG. I'm closer to you than Drafty is.
You're married, gross.
Just for our listeners, we have a couple of our mods and, of course, the host of the Guardian Hub, the best hub on the net, Mr. Des Raven. Hello, Des.
Hello. The nightmare is complete.
That is a soundbite. I'm going to keep that one. And, of course, the mod who shall not be named, Burning Wing. Burning Wing O, right?
No, not O. 0.
I know.
0.
I'll do it on purpose.
Right.
Wow.
What's up, man? Doing good? Okay, great.
Yeah, doing fine.
And, of course, Aronga, Mr. RNG Gatr. How you been, man?
I'm good.
So, what brings you boys into the chat?
It's here to keep you straight.
Just chilling, huh? Okay.
Yep.
We just wanted to give the best beat performance we could.
Well, maybe you can help Hazel out with this very technical TWAB. I fell asleep while reading it. Sorry, I'm being honest.
You fall asleep reading anything.
I do.
All right. Old man syndrome.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I haven't read this TWAB this week.
God, it hurt my head.
Which is sad because it's kind of a 12 for dummies.
It is?
Yeah, they went into a bunch of, like, they had a bunch of questions about, like, their meaty, massive TWAB.
Mm-hmm.
And they basically went in, girthy. Yes. It's hard to get your hand around.
That's something I don't hear very often.
If I had $1 for every time I've heard that.
You'd have 50 cents.
I'd be paying people. But yeah, they had a bunch of questions about this. So pretty much what Bungie did is they went ahead and they got answers to all the questions that people were asking. And I mean, this is some nitty gritty type stuff. Now, like Des said, is that with some of the stuff here, like airborne effectiveness, they actually put in like a chart about like where you would fit with each like airborne stat. I'm like, that's pretty damn awesome.
They finally explain aim assist and what it does as a stat.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Can you explain that a little bit for us noobs out here that don't understand it? Okay.
No. If you want to know about it, you can read it. We don't do that shit here. We just say, hey, there's a bunch of stuff in the TWAB, a bunch of words. Aside from that, aim assist is in the game. You know what it is already. Makes your bullet go where, you really want it to go, even when you're not on target. And then, if you want any more details, feel free to hit up 2 Titans and a Hunter because they are going to, roll in this like a pig and, Yeah.
I like the diagram. I like the diagram here. That's pretty easy to figure out. That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, exactly. And then they go into like the scav mods, the scavengers. Yes, and they are all disabled, even special and any of the other ones. But yeah, I mean, playlist weapons are going to have foundries on them as well. I mean, it's just a bunch of good stuff in here. They even talk about what weapons are getting buffs. So like, the 30th anniversary weapons, those are all getting buffs as well. So like the Retrace Path and the BXR 55. I mean, yeah, this is basically just like a cleanup kind of TWAB where they're just answering every question from the community. So,
kind of like you guys don't do in your community questions.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Skipping random people.
Yeah, all your above pinned messages.
Mm-hmm. Pinned messages?
Yeah, you've run out of them.
Awkward.
Yeah.
It's that old man brain again.
We've got a problem. That's for sure.
We have a question problem.
We do.
It'd probably help if you got them out before a year.
Hey, man, Drafty's here. Come on, man.
Not in front of Drafty.
Come on.
We don't want him to look down on us.
I told him I was going to ask that Christmas question when Christmas gets here. It's not seasonable yet.
Christmas in July.
Yeah, it's not July yet.
Yeah, exactly.
See?
You're assuming I don't already look down upon you?
That's what I was going to say. Thank you, Drafty.
Bravo. Well played.
And Hero's about to say he finally remembered Drafty.
I mean, I'm at the top of the list, so I just look down on everybody.
Yeah, you do. She is first in the list. She's first on the list here. So.
Yeah. Real quick with the TWAB. Pretty Borders. They're talking about like the masterwork. You're going to be able to masterwork your crafted weapons. Then there's going to be, Altar of Flame is going to be the Trials map. Shit's broken. movies, art. And Cosmo says he loves you and he's going to go out and touch grass. And that's a TWAB, ladies and germs.
I like it. Print it.
You were worried. You were like, how
I was worried. There was a lot of technical information in here. Now, I did want to just mention one thing, Hazel, before we go.
Yeah, sure.
That Guardian Games tankard.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They have a Guardian Games shop. I missed that part. In the commotion of being raided by,
yeah,
the New World Order.
That tankard will be mine. You have to light 2 platinum torches. They don't say which side, so I guess if you light both of them in 1 week, you're done. And it's not cheap, but it has a stainless steel liner, so it's easily, you can easily maintain it without it getting too dirty. So that thing is beautiful. My God, they say it's hand painted too. I was reading about it today. Hand painted tankard. It looks like basically something I'm going to put my coffee in every morning for me.
You heard it here first, chat. Gatr is not dirty.
Yeah, not dirty. Nah.
And now we know Gatr is a tankerphile.
Ah, yes.
Feet and tankers. Got it.
What? Right? Tankerphile. He's almost getting sexual talking about this tanker.
Throw a wooden spoon there. We got a trifecta.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
The wooden spoon goes in or on top?
I don't know. Yeah, that's Gatr.
This is my worst nightmare.
Now I'm questioning the wooden spoon question that I answered. Oh God.
Oh, you don't know that story. Have you not heard that?
Oh yeah, go back. Was it 2 episodes ago?
It was like 2 or 3 episodes ago.
Yeah, it was.
And then community questions.
Yep.
Yeah, community questions.
Now I'm scared.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
it's not.
Nothing to be scared of.
It's not to be scared of. No, actually, there's another part of that story I've never told anybody. But yeah, it's I may put it out one day. Anyway, thank you.
I'm just.
Seems like a Patreon type,
More like an Only Sins thing.
I will pay for
Yeah,
that.
that's Only Sins.
Come on, Jealous. Come on. Anyway, Jesus.
Did you give that story a B?
Your daughter's still in here because she is.
No, she left. She left a long time
Okay,
ago.
good.
Thank God. I'm gonna have so many outtakes on this show.
No, I have one question.
Yeah, what's up?
Was it Cosmo or Deej? Like the cats.
It's Cosmo, I guess. I stand corrected.
No.
You guess?
No, I thought.
Did you find the cat this week?
Lies. I fell asleep during reading it. I told you, I fell asleep reading it. All the technical information.
Is this part of the?
Don't forget, there's the other community member too.
What's that?
The TWAB that explains mechanics in simple terms. Technical information.
Have you guys done your show yet?
No.
Okay, I can't wait to hear you explain it. Good. 'Cause you're the TWAB guy, right over there? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
He's
just
kind of a weapons guy since he has like a bird rock and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. He's the lore guy.
Still
though,
bet
man.
he'll explain it better
Knows
than
the
you
lore.
could.
I agree.
I know weapons, I know lore, I'm a bird of many feathers.
Yes.
But birds aren't real, so does that mean you are?
But a flyer of
Shut up!
them.
Stop it!
You know they can
People
hear
are
you.
supposed to know that.
They can hear you.
That's like a paradox, isn't it?
Shut up! We don't
I am
talk about that.
bird.
Or something?
All right.
I am bird. Hear me squawk.
Let's move on to our topic of the week. We'll do that right after this.
Hey, everyone. Looking for some like-minded gamers to talk Destiny with?
Or maybe just a place to de-stress and talk with others about life for a bit.
Or maybe just a place to discuss the latest movies, TV shows, and new music out there.
Well, wait. What about channels with New Year's resolutions or other goals? Oh, we also have a fitness section.
Well, you're also forgetting about channels with links to our clan, SpeakPipe, show music playlists, or even where to get a t-shirt, mousepad, coffee mug, condoms.
Man, you're forgetting about the podcast questions channel, where listeners can put in their questions for the show, and we'll play them live.
And our show feedback channel where listeners can talk about past podcasts and...
Just stop. Hasn't this shameless plug gone on long enough? Hey, everyone. Just look for the GDC Discord community link in our weekly show notes, wherever you get your podcast out there, or just visit guardiandowncast.com, where there's an invite link you can use anytime.
And later, Guardian.
Just stop it, man.
What?
Just lay off the caffeine, man.
It's definitely not caffeine. It's sake tonight.
Hazel, do you want to start this one out? Or shall I?
No, you're doing great.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. Okay.
Champ.
Seems fine.
Well, our topic for the week, and we wanted to, we're going to touch on this some more in a future episode, but we wanted to, this seems to be a hot topic these days, and the question is...
Apple on pizza?
No, not that one. What do you think of bounties? Do you do them? What needs to change, if any?
Really hot
This is
topic.
rigged, right? This ain't real life.
Is this a hot?
Where is the hot topic? Is this between all the people that are season rank 1000?
This is...
I don't think that exists.
Me and Hazel go back and forth on this topic all the time.
Okay, so this is a Guardian Down hot topic, not a Destiny community in general hot
this
topic.
This is a Gatr hot topic.
I don't know. There's a lot of salt about bounties and how that's the only way you progress, and it's still all about bounties and getting stuff to-do list and stuff.
Wait. Who says it's all about bounties?
Maybe folks.
Wait, you guys
don't want
progress?
to rank up for GMs or master raids.
You guys play Destiny?
Yeah, I mean,
Destiny.
That's a bad game, right?
Wait, you guys log on?
all right, well, one at a time.
What is a bounty?
Oh God,
This sounds like a...
Paper towels? Or what? What are we talking about?
Gigi, let me ask you, what do you think of bounties? Do you do them? And what needs to change, if anything?
I am not religiously doing them, because there's a lot of bounties that don't pertain to me. Like, I don't like using certain weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And I find sometimes, some weeks, all of those are grouped together in one grouping. I'm like, okay, cool. No bounties for me this week in that section. So, to me, they're just kind of hit or miss with me. If I feel like doing them, I do them. If not, I don't make a big deal out of it. I just progress slower than other people.
But if, say, you're doing Crucible, you might as well grab some Crucible bounties, right? And get some credit for playing Crucible? Or
yeah, and basically what I do is I grab bounties, and then if I complete them, I complete them. If not, I don't.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Would you sacrifice, a certain, loadout or something like that to do it?
No, because I'm already horrible. Let's not make me worse, please.
So if it says get, 10 shotgun kills, you're like, pass?
Yeah, that's one thing I don't use.
No, me neither.
Yeah. Because I'm not the person that'll be doing the annoying ass slide shotgun shot. Sorry for anybody who does that in here. But, that will cause me to rage faster than anything. And I can get pretty toxic when playing PvP in Crucible.
Well, I think we can all agree that shotguns annoy everyone when you get shot by them because you can't really react to them quick enough. And if someone gets within the 5 meter range of you, it's really hard to counter shotguns. It's hard to counter them. Yeah. Well, it used to be able to freeze them, but no, not anymore.
Oh, you mean with that thing you hate?
In the ice show?
Fucking stasis.
The ice show.
Hazel, I tell you, you have to.
Ice show.
God. Des.
Hey, show.
All right, everybody got it? Okay. Des. You have to admit that
The ice show.
you have to admit
you forgot about Drafty again.
No, you have to admit when stasis was a thing in the Crucible, shotgunning went way down. You agree?
A lot of things went way down, like corner peeking.
Well, yeah, that too, but shotguns in general went way down when people could just freeze you.
But like I said, a lot of things went way down. A lot of lame strategies went way down when stasis was at its peak. But no, everyone wanted to follow the streamers like sheep and get it nerfed to the ground. I'm still salty about Duskfield.
Yeah,
Yes,
and they just nerfed those exotics for the hunters, right? Where they don't do as
Renewal
much.
Grasp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have those yet, but
You mean the things that barely did anything anyway? Well, okay.
Dustfields were I tried
Sure.
dust. Now wait a minute, Des. I tried to use Dustfields in Crucible when Stasis was hot, and it just took too long to freeze them, man. So
it's not about freezing them.
It's just about slowing them.
The point of Duskfields wasn't even about freezing or slowing. It was the pull. The pull was fantastic.
Yeah, I remember that. Now.
It's like watching a vortex grenade.
That is true.
Even worse. I mean, vortexes
No, it's worse. Yeah, it was worse. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, vortexes kind of fill that role now, but Duskfield, it was amazing. You'd have somebody just waiting in that corner. You knew they were there, but yeah, if they have a shotgun, you'd have nothing to do. Duskfield's made that an equalizer, and they were fantastic.
Can you agree that now that you can't instantly freeze, or you can't freeze them for any length of time, that the shotgunners are kind of running wild again in Crucible? Or is it about even?
I mean, if you're not paying attention, sure.
Okay.
What is my life?
I remember a Senate Nomad I asked him, I said, well, how do you counter shotguns? He goes, well, there's this thing on your controller called backwards. You can move your stick backwards.
Exactly.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Well played.
What's one of the worst things to do against a shotgunner is backpedal on either SMG or last word. In fact, you don't even have to use a last word. A 3-burst sidearm has the same optimal TTK as last word. So get your P-spawned out.
Dude,
hold your stick back.
And Des, next season, I think sidearms are going to be meta, man. I think they're going to be very strong.
Sidearms are.
Well,
Nobody pays attention to them.
No, I love
shotguns
sidearms.
Exist.
I love sidearms. I'll use a sidearm way before I use a shotgun. But no, I was just curious because I know when you could freeze someone instantly, a lot of the shotgunning apes out there, so to speak, kind of shut them down a little bit. And that's where I think a lot of the complaining came from, is the fact that you couldn't get close to anybody anymore because there was a counter to it. But okay. Mo, I know you got opinions on this. What's the deal with bounties, man? Do you do them? And what would you change?
All right. Here's the thing, right? With bounties, it's like, the only reason you basically even do them is initially to get your artifact, right? But then again, it's like, well, it's not even really for that. Okay, the only reason why I do them is like week 1 and 2. If there's like a master level activity for anything, I can just jump right into it. And of course, I just spread that across like community and join fire teams or whatever, on Bungie.net. But the reason why is mainly just because like I'd rather get in on week 1 and 2 or week 3 and 4 when it's kind of fresh, as opposed to doing it later because then it just feels like a chore. Like I don't mind grinding stuff when it's new, being at the level and just going crazy for it, getting all my like ascendant alloys. Like I had like 9 just earlier. So like now I've had those materials stocked up, but other than that, I don't really see a point in it. Like the only reason I even do them is for power level. So it's like if they remove that whole XP thing, and imagine a concept where you play a game and you level up every single time for playing activities, as opposed to doing shit like get kills with a scout rifle, get kills with grenades. And like some of them are pretty easy. Like honestly, you can do them with your eyes closed, like unintentionally, like headshots. Just do that most of the time. But I don't know, I feel like there's a massive reliance on them, especially when you're trying to do a master raid. I've not done it this season because I just said, what's the point? Like, if you can craft better raid weapons than getting adept ones, why would you? But I know I had an incentive for Master Vogue, so I had to level up for it because I couldn't get the Vex Mythoclast. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm trying to get it every week. I'd also knock out the challenges every week for the Master. This time around, I already got the exotic. So I don't know. I don't really know what you can do with bounties, but I definitely decrease the reliance on them because I don't think it doesn't increase player engagement. Having fun stuff in the game is what keeps people coming back. Not having endless amount of bounties and endless season pass levels to go up just so you can do a few activities. But again, you can't get into GMs until week 6 or some shit. I don't know. And master raids come out about similar-ish time. So it's only really to do the 1 or 2 activities at a higher level, but they're only higher level because that's what they've put it at. imagine a master Nightfall would be 1550, but like it'd be, I don't know, they do it like contest mode. So you don't have to level up to 1580.
Right.
It's still 1550, but it's contest. So at least that would be more better, in my opinion.
I get that.
You don't have to like get to like season pass 200 or 300.
So what if instead of like a bounties system like they got now, what if they just take that extra XP and put it into like some kind of challenge you can do and other activities to level up? Like, do you think that would be better?
I think, seasonal challenges might be better. So like if you put all the XP gains in them and like let's say you need to hit 1560 to do week 1 of the Nightfall, and you just do all your weekly challenges for that week and you'll be at that level. So at least then it's like it's not crazy high to the point where it negates powering up and getting gear for raid, but like it is good for just doing stuff around the game. So you don't have to like just pick up bounty like from every fucking planet, every fucking vendor, stock them up on all 3 characters, join up on someone, hey, kind of dump them on bounties kind of thing. Like I think the other day Lana joined on me and I'm just there like, what? Why do you need to turn in bounties? Like, isn't it week whatever? But I'm guessing, like, yeah, she probably was round about 200-ish.
RNG, did you have something to say?
I think that's about the dumbest thing in the world is having to join on somebody to get the XP.
Oh,
yep.
Oh,
Just let me pop it wherever I want to.
Yeah, I just pop it when it's ready. Yeah.
I mean, this stupid shit of having to message my clan, anybody in the tower, anybody here, anybody there. No, just let me pop the damn things. Or just give it to me. Give it to me when I play. Because this year I hit 100 and I hardly did bounties. The only bounties I really did were the Throne World because I wanted to rank up Finch. And once I ranked him up to the point he couldn't be ranked up anymore, I stopped doing the bounties. I stopped picking them up. No point. Gunsmith, I ain't even hit 16 on Gunsmith because I don't want to go in and use certain, like Gigi said, I don't want to use certain weapons. Just like the Iron Banner quest. Mm-hmm. Don't make me play with weapons like sniper rifles. I don't snipe in Crucible. I don't want to do that shit. I don't want to do it. Just let me play. Let me get rewards at the end like D1 was in Iron Banner and rank me up. I don't need to go pick up shit. I don't need to remember, oh God, I should have went here and picked up these bounties. It's annoying.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. Because then you're like, oh shit, I missed out for this activity. Mm-hmm. Or sometimes I'll give in a bounty and then someone joins my fire team and it's like, motherfucker, man, why didn't I just wait? But the thing is, but I shouldn't be thinking like that. I shouldn't have to worry about it. I should be just playing the game and doing stuff that I want to do.
Guardian games that give me bright dust. I'll do them all day long because I don't mind building up my bright dust.
Yeah.
XP ones, I don't give a shit.
No, I don't do them either.
And build me up.
Yeah, I don't even touch those bounties, and I'm a bounty guy. Des, did you have something you wanted to add?
Oh, excuse me. No, I think Mose actually said it quite perfectly. I mean, it's a system that's focusing more on, it's almost focusing more on the bounties than the gameplay itself, which is just tragic and downright cancerous. I mean, you just let us get rewarded for playing the game. I don't know, because there's certain times I don't mind doing things, like people say, bright dust. Sure, I'll do things for bright dust. I'll do a lot of things for bright dust.
Exactly.
No, like gunsmith bounties, I don't mind those too much because they're not restrictive,
Yeah, you can just go down and patrol. Yeah.
Exactly. You can go in patrol, you could do them in Crucible, you could do them in strikes. Like, unlike the Vanguard Ops, or Crucible, or Gambit bounties where you have to use this specific weapon in this specific playlist. Like I said, at the very least, gunsmith bounties allow you to, yes, you have to use a specific weapon, but it's anywhere.
But you get an enhancement core. It's worth it.
That's basically the only reason I do it. But
it
ain't worth it.
What you can do with that enhancement core.
I don't know. That's the one bounty I definitely do every day. Because it's something you need for higher level stuff.
Exactly. I mean, see, that kind of stuff, like I said, but that kind of stuff I don't mind as long as I'm actually getting something for it. But just seeing a bounty with XP plus.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care.
Why didn't they just say how it was before? Like, major XP or whatever the hell they said before is way better than XP, XP plus, XP plus plus plus. Like, what is this? Are you turning into PlayStation, PS Plus, PS Plus Plus, PS Plus Plus to the power of 4? Like, what?
Well, Sony does own them now, right? So, I mean, hey.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Drafty.
Like system. Drafty, did you have any?
So many pluses and negative.
Yeah,
XP plus minus plus.
I hate when they do that too. Drafty or Jealous? Did you guys have some input on this?
Yeah, I'll pick up bounties if I complete them. Great. If I don't, oh well.
You know the thing I hate, Drafty, which I don't know why Bungie does this, and they didn't used to in Destiny 1. Why the hell do you feel the need to put a timer on a bounty? Why the hell do we need to only have a day and 2 hours to complete this stupid ass bounty?
To be fair, I totally get you.
Why?
I fucking hate it. Like some days I pick up a bounty and then I won't play the game for a week or even 2 days. And it's like, fuck it, I didn't log in at reset, so my bounty expired. But again, that's only really like for important ones, like even Bright does.
Yeah.
Like I don't really care about planetary, like who gives a shit? It's like stuff that you can't get back again, like Bright does bounties, like you can't always get repeatables. Unless an event is around. Well,
there's nothing worse than logging on and then immediately half of your bounties get that little warning next to it saying next time you go anywhere, they're going to drop. I'm like, well, I'm glad I spent the money on those, the glimmer on those, because now they're just useless. I don't understand the timer thing. Sometimes I don't understand what Bungie's thinking. Drafty, did you want to? Sorry, I want to make sure Drafty had his say.
No, you're good.
No, I have my play style, and the bounties fit it. And I complete them, okay. But I'm not going to equip a sidearm just to complete a bounty.
Okay.
So I just play my way. If I complete a bounty, great. If not, I don't give a shit.
I remember logging on to Destiny 1, like after 2 years, I think it's the first year of Destiny 2, and there were my bounties still there waiting for me if I wanted to go ahead and jump on them and get them done. And I don't remember what it gave me, but it didn't matter. But the fact remains, I picked those bounties up. They were there waiting for me. I don't understand the time bounties. Jealous, I see you unmuted. Is there something you want to say on this? I'm sorry. Press Alt F4. Was there something you wanted to add to this conversation?
Yeah. In the end, I just work here. If it says throw on a grenade launcher, I throw on a grenade launcher. Do the bounty.
Well, especially if it gives you like an enhancement core. I mean, you're going to need those to power up your, to rank up your armor. You're gonna, those armor slots and stuff, and even your ghost, you have to use enhancement cores to masterwork those to get extra little benefits out of them, right?
Yep. But in the end, you got to remember it's all personal preference. Like if you don't want to do it, there's nothing that forces you to do it. So, you play your style.
But you are forced to do them though if you want to do higher end content.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what they were getting to, is the fact that if you want to rank up on the season pass, not season pass, but the artifact, when you turn in a chunk of bounties, you're unlocking stuff a lot sooner.
Yeah, you're unlocking it sooner. That's just like, a faster path to do it, but you don't have to do bounties to complete the season pass. Like if you just straight up do the activities, you can complete the pass no problem.
Just going to take you a lot longer. Just take you a lot longer. But yeah, you're right. Technically you can.
It's your play style, so
Des?
That's all that matters. As long as you're having fun, joining the community.
Yeah.
Everyone's having a good time.
Okay. Des, did you have something?
Oh, no, I was just going to circle back on the fact that the whole timer thing, you can essentially thank WoW for that.
Really? Is that where that came from?
Dailies, as MMOs called them.
I can't stand that. It drives me nuts.
I mean, they're pervading gaming just in general now. It's one of those ideas that happened, and it's just, they're everywhere. They're in, of course, most of your gachas. They're in MMOs. They're in anything that has progression. Yeah. Even gachas have time. They have time ones in gachas too. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, the gachas pretty much thrive on dailies, weeklies, monthlies.
Keeping you engaged. I get that.
Yeah, exactly. It's an artificial leash that if you buy into it, you're stuck with it.
See, my anal attentiveness, I cannot let that bounty go because I spent glimmer on it. And I can't let that bounty go. I have to jump over and go to, I don't know, I got to go to Europa and get I don't know, 25 fallen kills. Even if I have nothing to want to do over there, I still feel a need to go and do it. It just drives me nuts. Salt, we haven't heard from you, man. Did you have any opinion on bounties and seasonal bounties and seasonal challenges or any of that stuff as far as XP and ranking up?
Once I hit Pinnacle and then get that up to GM level, I don't touch bounties.
Yep.
Well,
there's no need.
Yes,
Exactly.
I agree. Except there's two reasons I will continue to do bounties. One, if they give me a material like Bright Dust, enhancement cores, whatever else, or if they give me planetary materials. Because I hate to tell you, eventually you're going to run out of planetary materials because when you max out your season pass, those little 50 packages are gone. And you're going to have to spend those materials, at least for now, to buy anything, whether it's the module, the rank up module, what the hell they call that thing? I
can fix your entire problem.
What's that?
Just buy 5,000 off the vendor, and you don't have to worry about it ever again.
Yeah, I was about to say, my 2,000 planetary materials says differently.
Wait a minute, Mo. 5,000 materials?
Okay, look, I have 8,000. 8,000.
All right, you got to tell me this system.
Ones.
How did you go about
buy
doing
it off the vendor?
You just spending your glimmer? You're just earning glimmer and then just buying it?
Legendary shards, or even glimmer. Or, probably more better to do legendary shards.
That's where you lost me, because I have a lot of alt accounts where I don't have a lot of legendary shards, and I'm guessing that people don't play a lot.
See, that's where you're messing up. You have the alt accounts.
No. I'm just
It'd be interesting on those alt accounts to see how many you have, though, because it's got to be more than probably everyone else combined.
No, I don't. I don't have many. I have like
I probably highly doubt I have more than me.
I have 3,000. No, on my main account I got 3,000 legendary shards, and on my alt accounts I always have like 100 because you have to use them for everything. And guess what? You cannot.
You don't have enough time to play them.
But here's the thing. I'm thinking of myself as a new player, or someone who's got low hours like my alt account.
You're not a new player.
No. I'm just saying. No. I'm saying.
New player at all.
No, I'm just saying it. My
You're
alt
not
account.
a new player, Gatr, because listen to me. Okay, now Gatr. Okay, you are chopping up your time. You aren't playing on one character like a new player would play.
Yes, that's true.
So then that debunks your whole argument.
No. What I'm saying is my alt account represents someone who's only put 30 hours in the game. And playing 30 hours of this game, I only have 300 or 400 legendary shards. I can't even buy the alloy if I was inclined to.
But you shouldn't buy it. You shouldn't be buying it.
No. That's besides the point. I'm just saying everything requires, what's the one currency you have to do anything in the game, and it's legendary shards. That's the common thing.
Glimmer.
I never seem to run out of them. I don't know how. Obviously, if you keep playing the same account, like whatever activity you do, even this week, if all you do is the Guardian Game Strike playlist, you get like rocket launchers galore. Plus, if you do your ghost mod for extra weapon, like you just have legendaries across the board.
Oh, of course. On accounts like we have, Mo, where we put thousands of hours into these accounts, I'm talking about the person who bought the free version.
It's not even that.
What?
It's not even that, Gatr.
How do you buy it?
You're not even listening to what Mo said.
There are plenty of avenues to get legendary shards, like just from activities. Like the new person, they won't even be using their legendary shards because they won't even know what to use it on. Odds are they'll probably just use it on Xur to get an exotic. That's it. They'll earn up like 100 a week and they'll use it for an exotic and be content.
So let's just say I'm a new player. I don't know. I play Apex. And I came in to play Destiny. I'm like, what are these legendary shards? And I need more of these because there's a lot of stuff I need to buy.
They'll probably look up a guide for it.
Well, not everybody watches YouTube.
But then, like, how are you going to learn? Like,
no. I'm just saying.
Off the game.
No, my point is, shouldn't the game explain that to you? Shouldn't it show you a path to getting those legendary shards?
I thought the point was not having enough legendary shards.
No, go ahead.
I know, right? Now it's the game
Yeah.
isn't explaining anything.
Go ahead, Brian.
I mean,
here's what Gatr I think is trying to say. He's trying to be a new player. However,
he's
not a new player because new players are content with ranking up and getting more new stuff. They don't care if it's purple. They don't care if it's blue. They don't care if it's gold, whatever. They're just happy to get the new stuff when it comes. It's not until you reach end game. It's not until you've put in 100 or so hours that you start to care about all these other materials. That way you can make your perfect build. You can upgrade this. You can upgrade that.
I get your point. I get your point there.
But
I have the knowledge. I know what those legendary shards are going to be used for. I know what I need. I just can't get them quick enough. I have to get legendary drops to dismantle them.
But see, that's the thing though.
I was about to say, that's the problem entirely. You have foreknowledge a new player normally does not have. You cannot put yourself in the shoes of a new player because you're not.
I can for economic reasons.
No, you cannot.
You can't, Gatr. It doesn't fit
because you have knowledge. You can't.
Just because you start a new account don't mean you're a new player.
No.
You have a pre-planned agenda to go through the game.
Yes.
You are not a new player.
You know what the shards are for.
No, I agree. I'm not a new player, but if you look at the numbers, just look at the numbers. I've put 30 hours into this game and I have 100 legendary shards. So as a new player, I'm scratching going, how do I get more of these legendary shards? Because I need more to do this.
Play the fucking game.
You have in the vault.
Okay. So wait a minute. So you're saying you're not a new player, and then within the same breath, put yourself in the shoes of a new player.
No, you missed my point. I said as a new player, looking at the numbers only, not knowledge, not knowing how to get them.
That's the thing. You're missing this entire thing that people are trying to tell you. Like I listen weeks, listening to people try to tell you, you have this knowledge. You would have to become spontaneously amnesiac to be able to put yourself into the shoes of a new player properly.
I'm not doubting that point. I'm asking a simple question. Here's the question, okay? Here,
Okay, ask the question. Go on.
Here's the question. Hey guys, I'm a new player. I only have 100 legendary shards. What do I need to, how can I get more of these?
You play the game.
Can I answer the question?
Sure.
Don't make alt accounts. Use all your time on that
Damn
one
you,
account.
Mo. Damn you.
He's not wrong. One character.
What's the answer, Salt?
35,000 legendary shards. Like, just play the game.
What's the answer, Salt?
I don't really have an answer. I guess don't make the alt account, though.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, listen, I just tried Destiny. And I found out I get these legendary shards. I get 3 of them when I dismantle this purple weapon that I probably shouldn't be because I don't have any weapons. What I'm saying, this is a common problem for people who are starting to play the game. It's a problem we had in Destiny 1.
Says who?
Where have you heard this?
Do you remember in Destiny?
Who?
Says me. Does Destiny?
One player in Destiny.
Do you remember in Destiny 1?
Answer my question, Gatr.
What is the question?
Where are you seeing all of these people that are struggling with getting legendary shards that are new light players?
Do you want to just go to Reddit, man? You don't have to go very far. There's
Reddit,
people asking.
Oh my god,
dude! The people on Reddit,
people on Reddit know their shit. True, but
I'm waiting for your argument here.
These are general players who've put so many hours in the game. And this is a very important currency to have. And all I'm saying is, okay, I have played 30 hours, let's say, on my alt account. I have 100 shards. That's it. I used to be able to.
So, Gatr, wait, let me ask you the question. Okay, what would you tell a new light player to do?
Well, I would tell him before Spider disappeared, just go to Spider and wait for him where he's selling shards for 5,000 glimmer.
But Spider's not in the game. So
that's
the
problem. That's the problem right now.
That's the problem.
I'm telling you.
Tell the new player what to do.
I'm telling you.
No. Tell them wait until they bring it back as a currency that you can buy. So they're just SOL until then.
That's my point. There should be a way to buy with materials.
You're not answering my question. You're not answering my question, buddy.
Gatr, you just said that it's hard to get materials as well.
Am I the only one? Am I the only one on this?
You just want somebody to agree with you. None of us are agreeing with you.
Well, you guys are all seasoned Destiny players. If I had a,
and most of us have one account. We didn't play with 20 fucking accounts.
All right, Mo, go to the Destiny forum.
I went to Reddit, right? maybe 5 or 6 days ago, someone posted, what's a decent farm for legendary shards? And the first reply was playlist activities, especially whichever activity has double reputation that week. The constant completion as well as rank up engrams will help you out a lot. You get so many engrams from then. Then on top of that, the vendor that you keep leveling up, they'll have a bunch of engrams on them. And then on top of that, if you're like leveling up Banshee or if you're leveling up whoever else, like you're just getting endless amount of legendary shards. And you don't even need to use them all unless you're like focusing. But you wouldn't even know about that if you're a new player. So
yeah,
well,
exactly.
you're not going to be rolling in them. You're not going to be rolling in them. One, you're not going to want to get rid of a purple weapon because it's the first one you've seen. And secondly, you're getting 3 shards when you dismantle a 1 engram or 1 weapon. It's going to take a long time to get thousands of shards.
Yeah, but if you're playing the game, that just happens all the time. You get legendaries all the time. You don't care about if you're getting 3 because you're just getting endless amount. You're literally drowning in legendary shards, honestly. I feel like the game gives you too many legendaries.
I'm always having problems.
You're drowning in loot.
Yeah.
I'm always
just delete your shit, Gatr.
No, I want to. No, I'm a new player. I'm collecting guns. I'm collecting weapons.
No, but you need to. I mean,
okay.
I'm collecting weapons.
Here's a logic loophole: is the fact that Gatr expects a new light player to ooh and ah over their first purple.
Mm-hmm.
Have you actually played the new light campaign?
I'll give you an exotic. That's way better than a purple.
Yeah, at the very end.
Yeah. But they're throwing legendaries at you in new light. Literally throwing them at you.
Let me rephrase the question.
Let me rephrase the question to a way that
game they give to you.
All right, let me rephrase.
Curated which is amazing.
Let me rephrase the question.
Des, let him rephrase the question so we might be able to get onto his side.
Hi, guys.
For the 5th time.
Hi, guys. My name's Gatr. I just started playing the game, and I'm getting all these cool weapons that I'm collecting in my vault, which holds 500, by the way. I just found that out yesterday. How do I get legendary shards?
You delete the fucking weapon.
No, I don't want to delete the weapon. I want that sidearm for when I go in Crucible.
You don't need them.
They will drop for you.
Okay. Also, here's the problem. Doubling back though, here's my problem with, again, having veteran knowledge, but trying to put yourself in the shoes of a new player. As an early DRP member, which, trust me, I pull this card very rarely, but as an early DRP member, I've helped a lot of new players. Trust me, most of them are not hoarders.
Okay.
So, like, I have been in touch. I've been in touch with like lower light and starting people often. Like, you can ask Kingsley. I was a Sherpa. You can ask Burning. I'm sorry, Burning. I forgot about you for a hot second.
I'm the new drafty, aren't I?
Remember, that's Burning Wing O to you.
Like Lana's in here, Burning.
Right. But yes, Burning can attest. Me and him were like early Sherpas for the night crew.
Oh yeah.
We've had to handle new players, and hilariously, none of them. Okay, let me go ahead and autocorrect this. About 85% of them are not as hard-headed as hoarding veteran players.
I'm kind of glad you mentioned that, because my friend literally he had like a good lot of a PvP and a good lot. Like, he had just good guns in his inventory. The next day, I went like to play with him on a different activity. He just got rid of all the guns, and he's like, "Why?" Like, just got bored of it. Just got bored of it, or didn't care. Like, they don't think, what if it gets better? They won't know if it'll get better.
Mm-hmm. So the other part is that you gotta think about is a player that is coming in brand new and is playing the 30 hours. So I'm assuming your 30 hours is the new light campaign. If I'm wrong,
no, just 30 hours. I've just unlocked the planets. I'm not even worried about the campaign.
At 30 hours, you are barely scratching the surface of the game.
I agree.
So at that point, you don't care if you're sharding weapons. You don't care if you're sharding armor. You don't care if you're getting rid of this, that, and everything in between. It's not until you get to, I think, to about hour 100 when you actually need to get raid ready or any of the other stuff that you really start to care and pay attention to where you're getting your legendary shards from, your playing materials and all that.
I understand.
I level up.
I hear you. I do. But when you first play this game, what's the thing you get so many of that you don't want to see anymore? It's blue weapons, right? It's blue weapons.
It's multiplied.
Oh, God. God, motes of light. God, thank God those aren't in the game anymore. But
hey,
when
Gatr,
yeah,
I've got a question, man. Okay, you didn't answer my question before, so I'm going to ask it again.
Okay.
Okay. So, what would you tell a new light player?
I would tell a new light player whenever you get a
legendary shards.
No, whenever you get a
legendary shards, what would you tell them?
No, you said what would I tell a new player? Oh, to get legendary shards?
Yes.
I would say it's going to be tough because you're going to collect weapons and you're going to want to save them because you don't know what weapons are good because you just started playing the game. And eventually you're going to have to dismantle some of them to get legendary shards. That's what I think.
Wow, you are the fucking Debbie Downer.
I'm not. Gigi.
You know what I'll say?
Gigi.
Okay.
I haven't heard Gigi talk on this.
Hold on.
No, because Gatr wants you to shut up.
No.
But,
she's
No, I got an answer for him. And my answer is I'm not going to ask you for advice, but
fair.
But if I were to answer, I've slept since then, so I have no idea what I did.
Exactly.
Actually,
That's
Hazel, is your wife playing?
A little bit here and there, yeah.
So, like, there's the perfect player to see what happens with legendary shards. Like, she's played maybe 10 hours.
She does not give a good goddamn about legendary shards.
Exactly.
She doesn't. She's getting rid of armor. I think she has fucking like maybe more legendary shards than I do.
No way.
And she's just like deleting a bunch of stuff.
Oh my god.
She's like, whenever she plays, she's like, okay, well, this is better than this. And she's like, this has a higher number, so I'm going to go ahead and delete this.
Yeah, that's all they're looking for is that higher number or the better
get
stat.
to the level first, then start worrying about what weapons you want to keep. Unless you get something that's just ridiculously great, you need to keep. You know.
But the thing is, you won't know unless you use that gun, or if someone has if they browse YouTube and they know it's a god roll, no one's going to keep it around. And if they actually play the game, they'll get that roll again. I don't know how long you'll take.
Yeah, they will.
But you'll get that roll again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she got a subsistence rampage roll on something, and I was like, "Oh, that's so good!"
Delete.
And yeah, and I'm like, "It's fine," you know. I'm like, it is what it is.
Everyone plays differently. Like, she doesn't know that's good because she's never played the way that's supposed to be used.
I mean, mostly what I did, I just ran strikes when I first started, and I got a ton from strikes.
Okay.
That's basically what everyone does. Like, back in D1, when I was...
And then once I got my weapons I wanted, I just dismantled and I got more, and I just kind of doubled up on that.
So, like, back in D1, when I was getting raid ready for my very first raid ever, all I did was run strikes or any of the stuff along on the planets. Because at that time, you couldn't even get to the
Forever 29
cap.
Forever 29, man.
No, I'm talking like after taking King.
Okay.
You couldn't get to 300 without going into the raid.
Right.
And so I went through and I just got as high as I could. I think I got to 298, 299, something like that before I went into the raid. And when we went into the raid, I asked the people I had found, because I went and figured out where to find these people, what was good and what wasn't. Up until then, I didn't care.
Yeah. Also, another point is like when you start, like because I do a lot of raids on Bungie.net, and like when people join up and they're new, straight away, person will be like, "Oh, do you have lament for this activity or this encounter? Do you have, I don't know, XYZ exotic?" And they're like, "Oh no, but I have certain materials. I can actually earn them next time. I can actually buy an exotic from the kiosk." So at least then, like the community just feeds them info automatically. Yeah, so then, if I want to do this raid more often, I need a lament for Atrax. I need a Galahorn for whatever. Well, obviously that's not really a good example because you have to earn it, but maybe any like sleeper simulant. Like, I need this because legendary fusion are the hottest things, or grenade launchers are the hottest things. Like people, just the community itself will help you out. You just have to play enough. And if you because obviously people are like shy and whatever. Like I didn't use LFG for like 2-3 years, especially of D2. But it's like once you get into the endgame activities, people will just help you out automatically. Obviously some people will just be dicks like, "Man, you're doing the lowest deeps here." But not everyone's like that. But some people just accept it, like, you're a new person, but as long as you're holding your own, it's fine, whatever the hell you use. Because clearly, like, people can pick up Slug and do lots of damage on their own. Like, you don't necessarily need a whole team. It's not contest where everyone has to do X amount of damage, otherwise you're screwed. community will help you out.
I must just be totally different because if I play any new game and I see a weapon or something that looks pretty dangerous or pretty badass, I will store it. I will not get rid of it. I hang on to everything. And then finally, when I get enough time in the game, then I'll decide what I'm going to keep and not keep. But until then,
Are you a hoarder in real life as well?
No, I'm not. I'm actually a pretty clean guy, but I don't hoard much of anything. But
hoarding has nothing to do with cleanliness.
No. Believe me, I've been in hoarders' houses. I've been in those houses. It's not me.
No, okay. See, again, you're generalizing. I know hoarders that keep things very nice and tidy, but of course, their closets are still packed full of crap.
Yeah,
mostly wooden spoons.
I mean, actually, one of the biggest examples of that is my mom. She kept a very neat and almost anal retentive, neat house. But she has so many photos and stuff just jammed in her closet and old clothes that, to be fair, she usually pawns off on someone else if they can fit in them.
Right.
But no, the house is neat, the house is clean, the house is presentable. But she has all kinds of stuff, man. She cannot let go.
Yep, almost the same.
Yeah, same. Poor Gatr.
Holy moly, that fucking discussion went on.
Well,
yeah.
I'm
so in
defeated
summary,
now.
we all have to be Elsa.
Hearsay, point of order. Bounties.
3 hours later.
Yeah, I'm.
3 hours later.
I think we beat that issue to death. So I think we've gone all the way around the round table 3 or 4 times.
I think that horse is sufficiently dead.
Fourth time this has happened.
It's dead.
I did not got CPR.
But for the record,
bring it up ever again.
For the record,
No.
For the record,
that horse getting dragged back. Watch.
I still believe it's hard for people to get legendary shards when they start playing the game. Hey again, it's me, Gatr. Little editor's note here. I know it sounded like everyone was kind of teaming up on me here, but I liked the conversation, and I was trying to make sure everyone got their opinion in on this topic. These are the very conversations that go on in our Discord Destiny channel, so I just want to reiterate that if you're a new player to Destiny, first of all, welcome. But secondly, when you're playing the game, don't quickly dismantle your legendary purple weapons. This game has lots of little intricacies that the new players may not be aware of. So if there's one takeaway that I hope you get from this conversation, that would be, as a new player, legendary shards are an important resource in every aspect of this game, and getting them is not explained explicitly to you. So keep that in mind. Also, Bungie, come on. Please allow us to purchase legendary shards from the Cryptarch for either Glimmer or planetary materials, or you can even rotate it. I don't even care. I realize that I'm not a new player, according to everyone, and I may not have the perspective that maybe you have, but I have restarted and replayed this game because I love it so much, and I want people not to be frustrated and leave it, and I want them to play the game. So thank you for your time. I'll stop ranting now. Now back to the show.
I'm going to summation this the same way I have to quote in Discord. Yeah, don't listen to Gatr.
Yeah, don't follow me in raids either. Don't follow me in raids either.
Shit.
That's always a mistake.
If Gatr says he wants to team up with you on the side in the raid, run.
Don't do it.
Get the fuck away from
Don't
him.
do it. It's real. I tell everyone who raids with me,
drugs. Just say no.
Rule number 1, don't follow Gatr.
Let's not poo-poo all drugs, okay?
I got stuck with Gatr in a raid. He doesn't listen.
We did just fine.
No, you didn't.
We did just fine.
He was doing a bounty for a sidearm and then switched off. So
yes, exactly.
I might have done that a couple times.
After Hazel told me that.
Oh,
I was like,
gosh.
no wonder I had so many ads when I came out of the room.
Was it Hazel or was it Nips?
Hazel told me to watch his VOD. I didn't know he did it until the next day.
Yeah, doing DPS with a sidearm on Caretaker.
I was not. No, I was not.
Running into
Yes, you
rooms
were.
instead of killing the ads like you're supposed to be on that side.
I was killing the ads with the sidearm.
Yeah, I'll
Trying to
go
get
get
legendary
this
shard.
Had to. He had bound
Yeah, exactly, Mo. I needed the legendary shards. Leave me alone. All right. I'm ending it.
Community questions?
That's it. Yes, thank you, Gigi. Let's go on and talk about. Thanks, Airbun, for the conversation. Truly. Let's move on to
I feel
our.
like I should be a host. So,
Yes.
children, corners,
Yeah.
let's go.
Exactly. Let's move on to community questions, and we have a ton of them.
I refuse. Let's go back to the dead horse.
No.
No, I will beat you.
No more dead
inch of
horses.
Your life.
Did you guys see out of range? Speaking of horses? Never mind. All right, let's move on.
No.
We'll be right back. Hey, Guardians. Would you like to send a question for the show to us? There are 4 easy ways to do it.
First, join our Discord server. There's a join link in our show notes. We have some great gamers in there, and you can just lurk or hang out and jump right in and talk to us, whatever you'd like to do. There's also a channel labeled Podcast Questions where you can type in your question for the show.
You can also email us at guardiandowncast@gmail.com, or we also occasionally tweet about our upcoming show and guest, and you can respond there with your question at guardian_D_cast is our Twitter handle.
Finally, you can send us a voicemail with your questions at speakpipe.com/guardiandowncast, all one word, and we'll play it live on the show.
Thanks to all of you out there who do listen to our show. And Toddles.
And later, Guardian.
Hey, man, that's my line.
What?
Yeah.
Says who?
It's in
Prove
the script. It's my line. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of my favorite parts of the show. This is where we get our questions from our community. And as usual, Hazel, I effed it up, man. We got way too many questions again.
Yeah,
we were in such good shape, man.
You keep challenging everybody. I'm like, yeah, gee, you guys can't ask enough questions.
No, I didn't say that. I said we could actually pin questions for a change, and that was that. No, so
I think
anyway,
you should stop saying, "Hey guys, you can ask us questions," because that just encourages.
Yeah, but that's content.
I mean, that's good. It's good. Yeah,
but if you don't get to them for 6 months,
all right, Burning Wing, I get it. All right, all right. No, seriously,
you can ask us questions, but we aren't going to answer it. We love you though.
Yeah,
maybe you could do it this way: like the amount of questions you get 1 week, answer that many questions like you have of old ones. We got 18 questions today. Let's just knock out 18 questions on this episode, kind of thing.
Nah, that's way too damn long.
We've tried.
It'd be like a speed run for community questions.
We need to do that.
You don't elaborate on anything.
Well, I'm thinking that we can do that here because tonight we have some low-hanging fruit that we can pretty much
definitely
knock out.
I would like for Mo to go to bed sometime before next century.
But first.
Oh, I'm good. I woke up at like 7 p.m.
Before we do that,
Mo's young.
We need to hear this SpeakPipe question from Mr. Miner. So let's listen to see what he has to say. Here we go.
Hey everyone, this is Miner. I got a question for anyone that would like to answer it. When we beat Savathun, Imaru runs away. Did anyone notice that when you do the Lightblade mission, Alakul's ghost runs away as well? Let me know what you think is going on there, spinfoil or otherwise. Love the show, guys. Later.
Thank you, Miner. Appreciate it, buddy. And man, do we have the right person to answer this question tonight? Des Raven, what do you think, buddy?
Ghosts are birds confirmed. They're not real.
Damn you. Completely derailing any thought I had. Oh, I love you for it.
I do.
I mean, the simple answer is halfway lazy story writing.
You think so?
Like the past 5 expansions?
Hey, they've been getting better.
They are getting better.
Okay, I'll give it that.
I mean, if you want supreme lazy story writing,
first 3 for sure.
Yeah, track back Curse of Osiris.
Yeah.
Jesus. Warmind.
I think I was so traumatized I blocked that out.
Well, that was okay.
That's not bad.
The best part, there were 2 good parts in Curse of Osiris. Ikora's first badass warlock moment, and the final Osiris's whole Dormammu moment with Panoptes. But
Panoptes have come to bargain.
Ikora thing and vanilla,
right?
I mean, I just love the guy who voices Osiris. That's my future husband.
That's fair. But still, it was
That's
awful
also
story
his last
for
name.
Christmas Iris. Aw. Thank you, Sage. And also go listen to the Guardian Hub, where I talk very often because I do the TWAB and a bunch of lore stuff. So, anyway, but
happy birthday to him.
Yeah, that's why I asked him first.
Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
Shameless. Oh, 100%. 100%.
That's why I said it. Duh.
But no, Savathun's ghost, Imaru, him running away is basically setting up something for the future, 100%. Alakul, is probably just Tannic syndrome at this point in time.
Exactly what I was getting ready to say.
Exactly. Where they're going to have some reason for him to come back again and give everyone that played D1 another nostalgia boner.
So we're going to get a taken version of Alakul?
Well, technically, it was kind of already taken. I mean...
He's going to merge with Tannics.
Oh, he's going to be vexed next time, but like taken vexed.
Is it going to be mechanized Alakul?
Yeah, exactly. Floating around on the DSC.
Future raid boss.
Yep.
God, hope not. Please don't bring him back.
I let you think that that's what they did. Oh, we don't know when to bring him back, but we'll bring him back one day.
Exactly. That's why I say lazy story writing, because they probably just did it just in case. There's no even guarantee that it's of any significance. My biggest question, of course, when it comes to the lore of this story is, as someone reminded me on our podcast, where's the Crown of Sorrow?
That was on the Glycon?
You know, the thing that Savathun used to control people's minds because it had her song inscribed inside of it, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing.
Went and stood in after they beat the raid.
Right. But no, that thing that last we heard was in Vanguard custody, where Savathun's body was been taken. Now there's a deep question for you. So I answer your question with a question.
There we go. Thanks, Des. I appreciate it. I didn't have I think that's the best way we can answer that one. So
I mean, yeah, 100%, because there's no guarantee. Like I said, there's no guarantee they'll even do anything with Alakul again.
I think
it's just in case.
I didn't even notice that when he mentioned it.
Yeah, I didn't know that as well.
Protoback.
But then again,
surely they will.
I'm just getting my bounties done. What can I tell you? All right, let's jump into the Discord questions. Guys, go at it. Let's tear them up. Let's go. Let's get some knocked out here. Who wants to go first? I can
kick him again. We can get through these questions. I promise. I'll do it for you.
Well, who wants to start?
Okay, I will. Brand new question from Sage of Ford F-150. Question for the show. Will Gatr ever realize he's wrong about bounties?
No.
I don't even think after I talk to
quick question.
Conversation.
Yeah, it depends how many legendary shards I'm awarded, but no.
Track back about 40 minutes.
Oh God, please don't. All right, I got one from Sage of Data Bio. Question for Gatr: would you rather give up bounties for life or watch anime? I can do both because all right, the question is either or, right? I guess I'm not doing bounties.
In which case you have to pronounce it properly, because it would be Data Bio.
That's right.
I was wondering when someone was going to point that out.
Well, that would make sense that I didn't pronounce it correctly because I didn't watch that.
I remember the Vegeta.
Well, okay. To be fair though, Gator's probably going to be one of those guys that watches the dub. So in that translation is believe it.
Data Bio. That's so cool. I will slaughter your entire village. Wow, okay, cool. That doesn't scare me. Ow.
Can I choose one from like last night?
Go for it.
Do it.
One says, from Golden God, do you have any pets? I do. I have 2 fur toddlers. Am I wrong about dogs? They are forever toddlers.
I had never heard it.
Don't at me.
I love it.
No,
it's perfect. Yeah,
they pretty much function on a first grade level. I'd say the smartest.
Gigi locks her dogs up in cages while she streams. I've seen it.
I mean, they're currently in their kennel right now, so.
Hey, don't knock kennel training. Dogs feel safe in a kennel.
It's their safe space.
I'm messing with her.
I know, because he was screaming abuse. I was like, I will fight you.
No, dogs are pack animals.
I will fight you.
Dogs are pack animals. I want that.
They are actually, hilariously enough, they are actually a bonded pair. So if anything were to happen to me, they would have to be adopted out together.
Mm-hmm.
And
totally get that.
One is a Whippet mix. So he's like a mini greyhound. So he's my neurotic, oversensitive little puss. And then the other, his name is Thor. And then the other, her name is Kara. And she's a lab beagle mix. And she's adorable and the dumbest dog I've ever owned. The dog drank Lysol water and thought it was delicious.
Oh,
$950
well, hey,
later.
Breath probably smelled great, though.
Hey, it was lemon scented too.
Exactly.
Hilariously.
Did it come out lemon scented on the other end? Is the question.
Good point. Good point.
Well, it never made it to the other end because they pumped her stomach.
Oh, God. Yeah, it could be dangerous for dogs, yeah. Okay, who's got one next? Let's keep rolling.
One question. Go ahead.
Go for it.
All right. So I got one from Hades, the pleb start dancing. If you could cut off one limb, what would it be?
Could a limb be a toe? Or
No, that's the phalange.
Appendage? That's an appendage? Okay.
Yep.
So why?
Lane doesn't even have a phalange.
Oh, what do you think, Hazel?
Fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to go with my leg because there's a guy I follow on TikTok that has like these little stubby legs and he like walks around messing with people all day. That would so be me.
Yes, it would. I agree.
Yes, it would. I would have to agree, leg. Because if I lose,
he'd have
an
jorts
arm,
on,
I can't
too.
play video games.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably my left leg, yeah.
Why's it got to be the left leg?
Because
you're right hand dominant.
What's the right hand got to do with
Well, I mean,
leg?
if you're right hand dominant, your right leg is usually stronger than your left.
I mean, not necessarily.
Not necessarily, but in most cases.
I mean, it would be my right leg so I could get a metal leg so I could just kick people and it hurt a lot more.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, if you had a middle leg, it might change your relationship with Drafty a little bit.
Drafty, why would you say that?
Here. What are you saying?
I didn't say it was going to be bad. I said it might change it. Just saying.
I mean, hey, we all got to evolve sometime, right?
I mean, who doesn't love a good pegging, right, Gatr?
I will say, I mean, too bad he's asleep and can't defend himself.
A weird segue to Drafty.
Yeah, there we go.
Call his cell phone, wake him up.
No.
Ask him what he thinks of pegging on the phone real quick.
No, I'm not gonna wake him up because then it'll take forever to get him off the phone so I could go to bed.
I got a question.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Let's let him sleep peacefully.
I got a question.
Yep.
From Drafty. Got a message asking about Christmas gift ideas. I want to say a pool heat pump as a joke. Have you ever had an absurd gift idea to someone just to see the reaction? If so, what was it?
I do.
Go ahead.
I can answer this right now. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My gift idea is getting Des Raven, Burning Wing, and Haranga on this episode. That's my gift.
That's the best gift of the world.
You know, if you just had this podcast last weekend, Gatr, this wouldn't have happened.
Probably not.
Because I wasn't around.
Right. You only had two of us.
Although it's even with two, I mean, we're still a pretty good team.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Any two.
Yeah.
I have a wonderful gift idea.
What would it be?
Write a book and publish it and give it to Gatr called How Not to Give Destiny Advice.
No one would read it.
I bet you had him in the first half. He's like, oh, I want to know what book this. Oh,
I bet you if you put pictures in it, it would be a bestseller.
I would even let him finger paint the pictures just so he could be a part of it.
I can't paint it all.
And also remember, old man eyes, so large print.
Yeah, it'd have to be.
Oh, I already
have
have that in the bag.
Yeah, triple.
Wait, does he have bifocals or trifocals? Does he do the old person thing where they just tilt their head back?
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no line
it's a shame
bifocals.
Sailing Trails isn't here anymore.
Nope. No, I'll tell you, I have no line bifocals.
Does it come with the wooden spoon?
We could arrange that.
Does the spoon have holes in it?
Oh my god! Hey, those hurt worse. Oh my god!
Yeah, it doesn't withstand the wind.
No kink shaming. You just said this earlier.
I was talking about when my mom beat me with it as a child.
I'm just saying, some people think it's kink now.
It's not now. It's always been one.
All right, I have a question. Rodimus, question for the show. When are we getting this cat segment Gatr talks about in your guys' intro?
If you listen to the ad, I wanted to add the cat segment. You need to ask Hazel why there's no cat segment, because he's the one that shot me down on it. If you listen to the ad.
Okay, and my answer is moving on.
All right, I got one here. This is from, man, we got a lot of them. Slippery Snake. It's a sneaky snake. Question. Oh, shit.
Somebody didn't read the question all the way.
Question for Gatr. What would you name your own knockoff version of a list, and what perks would it have? List? What list is he talking about? Name of your own knockoff version?
I don't know if you had answered this back in December.
Oh, knockoff version of a list. Oh, you mean
know what the hell he's talking about?
He's talking about when I was complaining. No, he was talking about when I was complaining about the Vex Mythoclast. Not it should be a knockoff list.
Oh, God, let's don't go down that road again.
Yeah, sorry, sneaky snake.
I took the bounties one night tonight. I'm not taking that. I'm not going there again.
All right, fair enough. Okay, let's keep going.
Wait, so are you leaving the old questions old, or can you go to them?
No, I'm going. I'm knocking off some of the old questions. I'm going with the old ones.
I'm trying to get the 2021s out of the thing.
All right, so I got one from Hades. What raid would you introduce to someone to raiding? Not just for loot, but just a fun raid.
Good question.
Personally, I'd just go with. I would have said Scourge if that was still in the game, but I'd just say either Vogue or Deepstone, just because Deepstone's fun if you do like chaos mode, and just I'll let people figure shit out. And well, Vogue is just a nice starter raid, I guess.
Yeah.
You learn some mechanics, but it's not the whatever the new raid is, Vow level.
I agree.
Something
DSC would probably be. I probably put them through DSC because it's fun.
Yeah, DSC.
Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, we ran a DSC this week for the clan raid, and we finished up Vogue, and then we did Deepstone, and it was funny because Briggs was in there, and he's just like, I was running this with some friends, and they're like really strict on that third encounter where basically it's like chaos mode. Mm-hmm. And he's like, we're really strict and everything else. And he's like, what do you guys do? And then Kingsley's like, chaos. And then he just starts up the encounter, like right then and there.
Perfect.
That's the best way to do it.
He's like,
that's not a strat.
He's like, this is crazy. And he's like, but I like it.
That's a good answer.
That's why we call it chaos.
Okay. Is Des still in here? Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
All right. This is from Hades.
Hades question he's going to ask.
No, this is from Hades Pleb Star Dancing, and this is Hades. Question for the show. We know from the Fellwinter lore that ghosts can rebuild exos, but aren't as good at fixing them when they're running. Do you think they'd be able to do color or tattoos after you've been risen? Do you think they'd be able to do color or tattoo? Yeah, okay. Question asked, question answered. Man, we're rolling.
There's nothing dictating that they wouldn't be able to, considering we're still technically living flesh.
Right.
Whenever they rise us. And the main reason that exos are difficult to fix, so they have to be like kind of fresh resed a little more often. So they're not as like easy to heal, more say. So it's like easier for a ghost to fully res exo back to point A rather than trying to fix them back to point A. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. I'm going to roll with one more here, Hazel. This is from Laz because he asked it before Witch Queen. Sorry. A little embarrassing here, but hey, we're getting questions knocked out tonight. Question for the show. If we can craft any weapon that will be in Destiny 2 when Witch Queen drops, what's the first weapon you're making and what roles will it have? Let's just restructure that question. What was the first weapon you crafted other than the ones you had to craft? What was the first one you wanted to craft? Let's go around the horn.
I have not made it that far yet.
Okay, that's fair enough. Is there one you're eyeballing, or?
No.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm just that person that's like, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, it's cool.
Yeah, I get that too. I mean, it's not a game breaker, but go ahead, Mo.
Yeah, I wanted to craft a bow just because I was always missing Hush.
Oh,
and I really wanted to craft a bow that could somewhat imitate it, but I didn't think it'd be like Archer's Tempo and freaking Successful Warm-Up. That's ridiculous. Love it.
Wait a minute. That's on a bow?
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh my god. No, Hush.
Where have
Hazel.
you been, Gator?
I don't do bows, man.
No, right?
I do fusion rifles, scout rifles, and pulse rifles.
Legendary shards. He don't give a fuck about
I just got my Insidious. You know how long it took to get my Insidious crafted? Oh my gosh.
You need to sort your priorities, man. You're like all over the place.
I took a lot of legendary shards. I can't even do it. Sorry. All right.
But, the first weapon I crafted was the rocket launcher.
Rocket
launcher.
Yeah. The void one.
No, the stasis one.
Got you. The tracking one. Yeah. Hockey.
Impulse amplifier. Lasting impression.
Okay.
No. Autoloading explosive.
No, I mean when you first craft it.
Yeah.
Because there's that one rocket that, like, the first choices is like impulse amplifier and like lasting impression.
Right.
Yeah, that is the first one.
Who else?
Drafty,
what was your first weapon that you crafted in the game?
A wooden spoon.
a swimming pool.
I think that's the best darn
there you go.
answer someone's given tonight.
That's a very good answer.
I think I'm gonna circle around. I actually think his views are like, really good. I thought they were terrible, but hey, they're great.
Yeah, he's got a point, man.
Yeah, he does. He does. Anybody else want to speak up? First weapon crafted?
Syncopation here.
Of course, syncopation. What level are you on now, Hazel?
74?
Holy
75?
Shit.
Damn.
God, that boy uses it. Nice. He uses that weapon, man.
Yeah.
PvE?
Dedication.
He uses them both.
PvE. And PvP. Yeah, it's a PvP role. So.
I like the Outlaw Headstone one that I have.
Do you still have
level 20?
Do you still have that hipfire, enhanced hipfire on it?
Yes.
Damn, I gotta try that. It must be really good.
Submission 2 is super good. It's fun.
That's what I just crafted this week. That's the one I was
yours?
trying to get. I finally got my 5th one, and I got it crafted. I'm leveling it up now.
For me, it was the Pointed Inquiry. It was just a regular high impact frame scout rifle. Yeah, because it was void, and it just knocked heads, man, in PvE. And I've played mostly PvE this season, so that has been working out really good. And I have, of course, adaptive and munitions on it, so it means I can bring it anywhere and use it to knock shields off. So it's pretty effective. Anybody else before we move on?
Likely suspect.
Likely. Oh, yeah. That is on my list right now to rank up.
It's a poor man's null composure, but it feels nice.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's a sweet rifle. I'm not crazy about that sight. Jealous, Salt? You guys have an answer?
I'll agree with Des. Likely suspect was my first.
Yeah. I've got one crafted too. It wasn't my first though. Jealous? How about you?
The same thing, likely suspect.
Okay. It's a good rifle, man. That's for sure.
Men of taste.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Hazel. Let's keep going, man. I'm looking at the clock.
All right. Question from All Thumbs. Question for the show. Do you prefer longer seasons like the last one or shorter seasons? I found myself enjoying the longer season and being able to get stuff done and still enjoy the outdoors.
Yeah, that was a good question. I meant to ask that last week. That was a good question.
I mean, honestly, for me, I did enjoy the longer season simply because it allowed me a little more time to grind. Because I have never done a Grandmaster Nightfall before until last season. Because I'm so casual because of work and everything that I just could never get up to level because the seasons were so short. So it allowed me that extra time. So I can at least say I did it once.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm going to go with I don't like seasons at all.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't been a fan ever since they come out.
Really?
Something about them I just don't care for. I can't place my finger on it. But ever since they brought the seasons out, I just can't find the motivation to play.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean,
I somewhat get it, because sometimes it's just like, I'm like, oh my god, like I loved having, all right, here's an expansion, and then here's a story mission, here's the new strikes, here's everything new. After you got through all of that, here's the raid. Cool. Then I can, well, obviously back then I was playing the game endlessly, so like, it didn't really matter, but even if I did take a break, it'd be cool, because then I'd wait for the next expansion, DLC, and I don't know, maybe I came back more for DLCs, but the seasons I still come back straight away, but then I fall off really quickly as well once the season's done. Unless, like, you know, the story goes on forever. Like, talk to Saladin, alright, and I talk to Zavala next week. Alright, talk to Anabe the week after. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not the exact same way, right. But part of me likes it. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Like, I don't mind drip feed, but, you know, however the hell they're doing the story. But sometimes I'm just like, come on, I'll just get this done in one. I mean, I know I'm one player, and not everyone works the same way, and you have to find a middle ground for everyone.
Yeah, but Mo, that's the one thing I like about this season is they got the seasonal story out early.
Yeah.
So we can concentrate on this stuff.
Yeah. I don't mind the longer seasons when it's towards the end of the year. Sorry, go for it,
No,
Gigi.
you're fine. I disagree with that, just because I come from like single player games, so I'm used to like longer campaigns. Mm-hmm. So when I'm like, this is great. Oh, it's done. That was quick. Giggity.
Yep.
See, what I hated about Destiny 1 was they progressed the story so slow through each expansion that you were just left hanging the whole time, where you eventually just like, you know what, I just don't care anymore.
Were we playing the same game? Because that's not what I remember.
Wait, you're talking about Destiny progressing a story slow?
I think it did.
Be glad you don't play Warframe. Be glad you don't play Warframe.
No. Dear God.
I looked into that game. It lost me quick. It was just so intense.
No. It took them 2 years.
Wow.
To move on to the next chapter of The War Within, which was their big thing.
Right.
Now, a year, at least, or maybe was it 3 years? Can't remember. But either way, a good chunk of that was pandemic. But still, that's at least a year and a half between major. I'm talking like major.
Yeah.
Story.
And it was always a huge expansion.
Nothing in between.
Yeah. See, Destiny used to be that way. You'd have these droughts where nothing was going on. You're like, man, it really tested if you were a really real Destiny fan or not. But I don't know.
I kind of wish we did, like, see, like, now I kind of wish when we did have droughts, I played other games.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like, I don't know why I felt like I was tied to this game. Yeah. And I feel like now it kind of ruins it. So I don't mind the long seasons towards the end of the year. Like, if I've got all my triumphs done, all seals and everything.
Yeah, it's a one-time
then
a
I'll
year.
just play other stuff, yeah. Mm-hmm. But, like, sometimes I feel like, not that I don't really want to start a game, but it's like, I'll play for 3 hours, then I'll play Destiny. Right. It won't even be like that. I won't even play for 3 hours because I'll feel like I won't have enough time to get fully enveloped into a game to even start it.
Right.
But again, that's just my opinion.
I think 90 days is a sweet spot, because if you're a diehard player, you can get through it in probably 60 days, most of the stuff you need to get done if you're a diehard player. If you're not, you still have those extra 30 days. I think it's about right, because most of us are looking forward to what's coming next now, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, part of me wants to say 3 seasons a year would actually probably be pretty good. And potentially lead up to a surprise 4th season if things have to be delayed. Potentially.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But also at the same time, these seasonal stories are getting good, man. Yeah, so I want like 6 seasons a year, man. Come on.
I hear you, man. I'm with you.
Yeah. So I'm like caught in the middle, because I've never had that issue, like even back in D1, I've never had that issue of being tied down to one game. I guess that's because I'm still an avid fan of many franchises, so.
Yeah. And I mean,
that's more on me being tunnel vision. I like this game, so I'll just play this game forever, kind of thing.
That's fair. Well,
I love playing other
games.
That's
the thing, because Destiny is encroaching on my like Final Fantasy time. So,
well, I mean that Saladin cutscene.
Oh my God, Final Fantasy is life.
Yes. I mean, but that Saladin cutscene, I think that's the largest cutscene we've had to date, isn't it? It was like a mini story. It was crazy.
It was great. I mean, it was only preceded, and it was like I don't know, because when they started that with St. 14 and the story of the monster, yeah, like, they're getting fantastic with this, and which is why I'm torn. Like, I wouldn't mind less seasons to make them a little longer, but at the same time, I want more story still.
I know Hazel agrees with that.
I know. And can I just say, I absolutely, and Runga can attest to this, I absolutely hate intense eye contact. I hate it. And so at the end of the campaign, when whatever the hell Smokehead was, just turned, I'm like, I need therapy.
Those eyes are disturbing.
Megamind?
Yeah.
That is disturbing when I saw that. It is.
I was like, because like I said, I hate intense eye contact. I'm like, he's staring at me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if Gigi's ever in Thud's Twitch chat, redeem stare points and have
yes,
stare.
Because the challenge is I have to hold it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't look away if I'm in the chat and you redeem it.
Right.
And my skin crawls the whole time.
Okay, good question, All Thumbs. Good question. You can see that was a nice topic to talk about.
That was.
I'm gonna go with a light one here. This is from Golden God. Question for the show: what's your favorite beer? Drafty, what's your favorite beer, man? No. Go ahead.
He does that fancy shit.
I don't know, yo. Here's the thing. Okay, all right. Here's the thing. I used to be quite a prolific drinker. Back in the duh, but I can't tolerate the taste of most beer. But I have found one that can actually sit down, I can sip on, I can actually have a pretty decent time with it, and that's Yingling.
Okay, solid beer.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's just that one beer I found that I can just like. I can actually enjoy it because I can of course down multiple types of liquors. I mean, there was one point of contention where I actually downed a small bottle of whiskey before the party even started.
Pre-game.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic. But no, yeah. So I can take it like I can't even go through like a full bottle of Guinness.
It's thick
because the taste just. I can start it, I can sip on it, I kind of enjoy it, but yeah, towards the end it's just like, oh, get it away.
Yeah, I got
you know what's funny? I can't stand Guinness. I can't stand the taste of dark beers. I am one of those people that gets made fun of for the beer that I drink. I mostly stick with Mick Ultra or the Mick Ultra Gold. It's what my dad drinks. So I go over and I'm like, hey, Dad, can I mooch off your beer? He's like, yeah, sure. Okay.
Hey, wait a minute. Your kids even ask you if they can mooch off the beer? My son just goes through our damn refrigerator in our garage. I'm like, wait a minute, I had more protein shakes than that. What the hell's going on here?
Well, I mean, my dad, I'm just courteous because I mean, he loves his beer. So he's always told me, he was like, you don't have to ask. You're my kid. Get food, get drinks. I'm like, but I still go, hey, Dad, can I have a beer? He's like, you're 1 years old. Get your ass off that couch and go get a beer.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Good for him.
It sounds like we were taught better than you taught your kids, Gatr.
I can't explain it.
My dad too. I know he don't care.
See,
but when I go to his house, I still ask. I'm like, can I have one?
I always. I won't ask. I'll just say, hey, I'm going to grab a beer. Is that all right, Dad? I'll just do it like that.
Yeah.
Are you from Florida, Gatr?
Yeah, I'm raised Florida, born and bred.
Okay, so Florida's not really a technical part of the South, and
It's not.
legit.
Orlando's
sense.
nothing like the South.
So Runga and I are like Southern, so it's more like if you don't ask, you may be shitting teeth the next day.
Don't forget Dad's in South Carolina.
And
I didn't know that.
Well, I was born in North Carolina, raised in Alabama. I now live in South Carolina.
Yeah.
I'm Southern through and through.
He knows
That's
the South.
That's the South. Yeah. Who else? Anybody else have a favorite beer they want to mention?
I like Angry Orchard. I just like that apple taste to the beer.
If you put a Fireball in there, the drink is called Angry Balls.
Oh yeah. Done that. But if you go get me something to drink, beer, I'll take whiskey over beer any day.
Right.
Yes.
I'll take bourbon any day of the week.
Bourbon gives me PTSD. I cannot drink bourbon.
Salt, how about you, man? What are you drinking?
I usually go for Mike's Lemonade.
Yes.
I just like Gatr stuff.
I like that stuff, man. That stuff's so good. I'll just say mine. It's Blue Moon right now because it has that nice little lemon zest to it, just like you were talking about, Salt. I like that lemon. I like beers like that have a little extra to them. Hey, Jealous, you drinking a beer?
No, I haven't acquired the taste yet, but I just go right for the whiskey.
Yeah, good man.
That is an apt description. It is an acquired taste.
It is.
Yes, 100%.
It is.
It is.
It has to be, yeah.
Don't rush. Don't worry, it'll come to you.
But
Like
I'm
everything
mostly
else.
a wine drinker, but when I'm at Dad's, I'll drink beer.
Okay. Mo, we haven't heard from you.
I don't drink. So I'm
good for you, dude. Good for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Then
You'll end up having more brain cells than any of us.
And you won't pass out during podcasts, too. I mean, that.
What are brain cells?
Exactly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. Apparently they exist. I don't know. Don't believe it.
No. That's a
it's
good
a
way to
myth
live.
like birds.
Wait, you guys have brains?
like birds, it's a myth.
Yeah.
Hazel, I don't think you answered.
Well said.
What are you drinking, man?
Anything and everything I can get.
Well, it's sake tonight, right?
That's true.
Man, I don't know how you're still standing right now. Okay. Good for you,
Good
sir.
thing it's seed.
Sitting.
I'm not drinking from the bottle.
Okay. Okay.
Why not?
Well, technically,
Wait a minute.
pouring into a glass.
Is it? Are you drinking it hot, chilled? How are you drinking it tonight? What style?
Ice cold tonight.
Okay. All right. What do you think, Hazel? Looking at time here, we still got to do some song ads. A couple questions, maybe one each.
Maybe like one more each.
Okay.
Yeah, one more each, and then we call it a day.
Okay, sounds good. We've had a kind of a long show tonight, so you pick one, and I'll take us out.
All right.
There's a good one.
There's a lot of good ones.
It's a short, sweet one, but a question for the show from Willbreaker. Which podcast is the best?
I knew somebody was going to ask that. I was waiting for it.
I left it out. I'm like, I'll wait for someone else to ask.
I mean, wouldn't you agree that there's different parts of podcasts that we like and some parts we don't like? So I think we all, if we're talking about
I hate your entire show.
You know what?
I know you do. I know that's why you talk about it on Twitter.
I just like the ads. I hate everything else.
Ads.
I am going to answer this in an entirely unbiased manner. There are a lot of podcasts out there, but there's only one best hub on the net.
You are correct. That is true.
It's our promo is okay. No one can be upset. You're like, you know what? You're a co-host. I see it. You take pride in your work. Okay, I'm okay finishing second to you.
No, it's unbiased. It's unbiased. It's completely unbiased, guys. I swear.
Right.
I feel like Gator's about to ban me because I love FUDs. Because when I was on FUDs,
no, you won't get banned for that. You won't get banned for FUDs.
I was literally laughing until I could not breathe.
No. All jokes aside, 100% biased. Yeah, FUDs is the best.
FUD is the most entertaining person. Period. That's why
in
when
my episode, his wife literally took over. It was great.
Nice.
It was.
It's great
because he had to leave and he had
put the kids to bed, and so she was like, "This is mine now."
And he streams it live on Twitch, I believe. So at least most of the time. So he's interacting. He's doing a lot of things at once, kind of like we are tonight. So, all right, Hazel, you got one you want to go out with, and I'll finish up.
Yeah, so here we are. And actually, in regard to that question is, what's the best podcast out there? I would say it depends on what you're looking for.
That's what I was trying to say. I just didn't say it very clearly.
You played it safe.
Well, no, I'm saying, there is the best hub on the net.
Yes.
But, see, we're not a hub, so I'm okay with allowing that answer.
Yeah. Exactly.
So this is an oldie but a goodie. The best podcast was the RNG cast because you literally had no idea what was going to happen on that podcast ever.
Oh, this might be hitting RNG links too. Oh.
That podcast would go from Destiny to movies to anime to pop culture to who knows what. That thing would just go all over the place, and mostly because of Raven.
Hey! I was not the only person there. Okay, Buster was equally as ADD as I was.
He was, and then when Biz tried to corral you two, that was just the best.
Oh God!
While we're still on this question, I'll just chime in and say, I like aspects of some podcasts. Like, I love Respawn Rant sometimes when I'm just in the mood. Like, I just love seeing what he's so worked up about. And half the time, it could be stuff I'm worked up about, not to the same length, because obviously it goes way too far to the point where Night Demon starts playing the whatever
music.
sounds he draws them out.
I love it. I love it when he does that.
But then like I love like definitely like Dez's lore stuff because I don't read up on lore, so just because I don't read, that's a me problem. But it's nice to have an audiobook for lore. And then
yes, it is.
I love hearing Gator's wrong opinions, and then making a video into it.
my wrong takes.
Yeah,
I got you.
And but yeah,
No,
I've not heard
your wrong opinions, not long opinions.
Mm-hmm. I heard him the first time.
Yeah, the first time was correct. I don't know what you're saying.
Right.
But then I've not heard Fuds, so not sure yet. But obviously, any episode he's on is funny as hell. So
yeah, Just Some
definitely check
Gamers
that out.
used to be called Just Some Guardians. I think it's Just Some Gamers now. And
I think so. Yeah.
It's fun. It's a fun time. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Shout out to you, Fud. Love you, buddy.
Yeah, if you think Bud is funny on another podcast, definitely listen to him in his own element.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's fantastic.
See what you guys don't know. Well, you might know if you listen to our show. Is Fud gets really bad anxiety before he podcasts, and he kind of has to break himself out of it before he can even do it. You never guess that when he podcasts, but he has to go. He has to get out of that every time that he podcasts. At least that's what he's told us. So, yeah, good guy. All right, Hazel, let's wrap things up.
Yeah. Question from Sweaty Spooks.
Okay.
If you required less rest and was given an extra 2 hours in a day to do with what you please, what would you do with your time? If I'm honest, I would just play more Destiny. That's what Spuddy says.
Right.
I would sleep because I have insomnia.
Oh, that sucks.
And
man.
most of my sleepiness comes during the day. So makes the professional babysitting fun because I'm like, I swear to God, someone else asks me or complains about being sleepy and wants to leave early, I may get unprofessional.
Yeah, see that.
Gigi gonna take a banhammer really seriously up at work. But no, I would honestly either sleep or probably binge something on Netflix or something with cuddling my dogs because I need serotonin dumps too.
Anybody else? Now's the time.
Probably play Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'll play in Yu-Gi-Oh if you want.
Sure, I have like 3 accounts.
Do you have legendary shards across all 3 of y'all?
Oh, come on now. Come on. That horse is dead, Mo.
Is Dez the Gatr
All right.
of Yu-Gi-Oh?
I know
Sort
Yu-Gi-Oh.
of.
My kids played Yu-Gi-Oh. I never did. I know the game. They played a lot of it. Snail and Trails was here, she would tell you, but the one thing I wish I always had when I play Destiny is a pause button where I could pause the clock in the morning before I go to work for like 3 hours so I can play Destiny and then unpause and go to work because I never seem to have enough time, it seems. So that would be what I would do with the 2 hours. Jealous, I didn't hear from you. What would you do with the extra 2 hours?
I just started picking up a new hobby, and I just started playing guitar, so I would probably put 2 hours into that.
Okay.
Nice.
Productive.
Salt? 2 hours. You got granted 2 hours. What are you going to do with it?
Honestly, daytime errands. As a night person, I don't get the chance to do those.
I get that. My wife used to work
Legit.
second shift. It's a bitch. Yeah.
I used to work third. I loved
She
it. I
worked third too. Hazel, what are you doing with 2 hours?
Working out.
Yeah. Getting those jogs
There you
in,
go.
right? Getting that running in.
Yeah.
Fucking try hard.
No, dude,
I
running's
should be
awesome.
doing that.
It's
One day
awesome.
I'll do it.
No, the one arm doesn't count, Hazel.
If you see me running, you better start running too because there's only one reason I am. And you better pray I'm not faster and I will trip you.
Run for food?
Yeah, either that or I'm getting chased by a wild animal. Like, that's the only reason I'm like, all right, gotta get moving.
Okay.
Die here.
I'm gonna go out with this one. This is a good one. This is from Sage of Darbayo. What was your first Destiny class compared to your current Destiny class you play now? Has it changed? Who wants to go first?
To be a warlock main, now I'm a titan.
Okay.
That's
As you should.
Let's see.
The warlocks were too skinny. I like the thickness.
Hey, it's free country.
In the magical year of 2013, I began playing Destiny as a hunter main. Nothing has changed.
Okay. I like that dedication. Burning Wing, what about you, man? What'd you start with?
I started as a warlock. I'm still a warlock.
There we go. See?
Have.
Who else?
I was a Titan BB in D1. I am now a warlock.
See? Everybody sees a light eventually. Almost.
Totally entitled to your.
Or they got
opinion.
hit with the head. Oh, they got hit in the head with the light. And now they can't see.
No, Gatr was dropped on his head at birth.
No, I wasn't.
Kind of pushing me away from the warlocks. Not gonna lie.
I just always like mages and spellcasters and
Cheat codes.
I don't like the dresses. I don't like the dresses. In fact, if I wear anything on my warlock, it's going to be like the Matrix, like the long leather coat or something. I like that look. So, well,
in Burning Wing, you have to be at least this entitled to be a warlock too.
Is that it? Okay.
Oh, that's why. That's why Gatr loves.
I play all three classes to be. I know I'm definitely. I definitely play warlock the most, but I know them all. I've played them all. I got every
9 accounts.
I used to actually have an account that had 3 warlocks before they nerfed it, where you couldn't.
He has a different main for each alt.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. They're all warlock.
No.
I did have an account with all warlocks. Yeah, I did. But then when they named, nerfed that part, then I just, stuck with the all 3. I like experiencing all of them, all the different armors and everything. I love it. I love every part of the game.
Yeah. Salt, what about you?
Yeah, Salt.
Once a Titan, always a Titan.
Okay. And Hazel.
As long as you don't make bubbles like send.
So, yes, I started off as a hunter, went to warlock, and then played Titan until Beyond Light. And then I went to the Way of the Hunter. Does that answer suit you, sir?
I guess so. All right.
Who really cares what Gatr thinks? I'm kidding. I care.
Hey, everyone.
Somewhat.
Thank you very much for putting your questions in the show for this week. We tried to knock out as many as we could. See RNG? It's not so easy, is it? So, anyway, thank you all so much for putting your question into our show podcast questions channel, and continue to do that. If we didn't answer yours tonight, we have it pinned, or at least we're going to try to, and have it for our next show. So thank you very much. We appreciate everything you guys do, especially our community questions. And Mr. Fudd, what was that?
Guardian Downcast. Guardian Downcast. Yeah. Guardian Downcast. This is an intro. Guardian Downcast. Guardian. Not copyright. Guardian Downcast.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fudd. Hope everything is well, buddy. This is the final segment of our show. This is where we add our songs to our award-winning Guardian Downcast show playlist. It is on Spotify and iTunes. We have the links in our show notes if you want to find us and follow along and see what we have. We have 985 songs representing all of us and all our past guests ever since we started this back in July of 2019. So let's start with Gigi. What 2 songs did you add tonight?
Well, from 2, one of my favorite solo artists, and then my absolute favorite band, which is going to make Gatr want to just leave.
I see. Here's the problem. Here's the problem, Gigi. I can't leave. I'm recording the show. I can't leave. So go ahead.
That's why I chose it. Because you're stuck. It's Nickelback's "Side of a Bullet."
Love you, Gigi.
And it's actually one of my favorite songs by them.
I know the song. It's not a bad song.
It's a damn good song. And the other one is Ozzy Osbourne, Bloodbath in Paradise.
Yes, anything from him.
Simply because Charles Manson has always been an intrigue of mine.
Okay.
Just because his brain is so fundamentally just broken.
Right. Nice. Good picks. Good picks. If we have you in a future show, you'll get 2 more picks. That'll be awesome.
And I can't wait to pick 2 Nickelback songs.
Oh, geez. Our schedule just filled up. Damn.
Oh, no. I've already been promised.
Come on.
Sounds like we're all picking Nickelback tonight.
Oh,
careful, Gigi. You might end up like me and only get invited back like once every 2 years.
Make sure, guys, if you want those songs added, that you DM them to me or Hazel, the links. That way we'll add them. Because we have just the main group that was in here that pinned the questions. Okay, Jealous, let's go to you next. What are you picking tonight, man?
My turn? Awesome.
Yep.
Okay. So this first pick I chose, it was recorded as the title track of Alice Cooper's 5th album, released on the album's only single in April 26th of 1972. This is School's Out, and I chose this song particularly because I am about to graduate myself, so this is going to be like my theme song, walk-up song. So that's going to be kind of like inspirational to me, like I did it.
You going to have that in the earbuds when you're walking down the aisle?
No, it's going to be playing in my head.
Okay, got you. Good pick. What else?
This next song is Call to Arms by Angels and Airwaves. It came out in 2007. It's kind of a earlier group for me. Just like a twist of rock onto it a little bit. It's got a nice vibe to the song. So, yeah, enjoy.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that. Let's go to Salt. What do you got for tonight?
So, first pick I got tonight is from an alt-rock metal band, In This Moment, from their 2017 album, Joan of Arc.
Okay.
And then my second pick is a symphonic metal supergroup, Exit Eden, with Paparazzi, covered from Lady Gaga.
Wait a minute, symphonic metal? Ooh, I can't wait to hear this. All right, cool. Good pick, man. I can't wait to hear that one. Okay, Mo, what about you, man? What are you going to pick tonight?
So, all right, so first one is called How Our Story Goes. It's from Spider-Man, the first game on PS4. Or PS5, whatever you want to play on. Literally just radio music. Like, I think I was in between a mission and like just on a rooftop somewhere. It was just playing on the radio. Like, this wasn't like the in-game. This is like in-game music, not the official soundtrack. And I just really like it. Like, it has a pop vibe to it. That was the first one. And seeing that I played both the Spider-Man games, the other one is called Where We Come From. Like, it comes at the beginning and end of Miles Morales. Just a really good, feel-good song. That one's a bit more hip-hop.
Okay.
But yeah. First one's pop, second one hip-hop.
Nice. You're like Hazel. You like picking the moment from what you're watching or playing. Hazel does that.
I literally just come
that's
across
good.
them. Like, yeah, I've had them on repeat and like, yep,
that's
I
good.
love it.
Des Raven, what do you got, sir?
Nah, crap.
Next person, please.
Just throw them out there.
You invited these guys in here? Come on. They're not even prepared.
I came here to give you shit. I didn't come here to write songs.
Well, I was going to give you guys the option. Why not?
I mean, yeah, it's fair. It's fair. I just want to know if
we'll figure it out. Just go with it.
Just go with it. We'll figure it out.
First, blah. This is in my head because I actually recently watched a YouTube video, but Evanescence, Bring Me to Life.
Nice.
Yes.
Because apparently there was an interview, and where apparently they almost didn't have a deal because their record label wanted them to bring in a male co-vocalist to the group full time. But the group didn't want that. So they almost weren't a thing because they were about to bail out, heading back to Arkansas, and the label was like, wait. Hold on, we got this movie deal thing. How about just a male co-vocalist for the one song? So, yeah. And then the rest is history.
I've got all their stuff. That's great. They're great, man.
Indeed. They're fantastic. And in honor of one Rodimus, AC/DC Big Balls.
I think it's in there. I know it's in there.
That's in there?
Chris 3711.
He may have.
No, Chris 3711
Drafty?
picked that one a long time ago.
Chris?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
They have like
Great
4,000 songs in here, Des. At some point, you got to pick something.
No, you just got to drop
That's
the search
fair.
bar down and search. It'll tell you if it's in there.
No, in which case, Back in Black.
Okay. That'll work. I think
That's also already in there.
No, there's a lot of good
Highway
songs
to
in there.
Hell?
I think it's in there too.
Let's pick another Nickelback song. You know you're good.
No, don't do that. Here, I'll help you. I'll help you pick one. Here, I'll help you pick one.
Do Photograph.
There's so many.
Let's find one together.
Easy Photograph.
You know any Devin
That's
Townsend?
in there?
Come on.
That's in there. I know Photograph.
Rodimus, help me.
Photographs in there. I pick
Something in Your
Photograph.
Mouth by Nickelback.
Oh, God.
And it means exactly what you think it does.
As long as it's not from a wrestler, I'm good.
Wow.
I think that's a challenge now.
How the hell those back in black?
Well, while you're trying to figure that out, I brought somebody new
Thunderstruck?
to the chat.
Thunderstruck.
Okay.
If that's in there, yeah.
I didn't see Thunderstruck.
Okay, good.
No,
Thank
no,
God.
that's a good one. That's a good one. That's in there. No, that's in there now.
No, Des is just relieved that it's not in the podcast playlist. That's all, really.
It's just like, I picked one, yes.
Yeah,
Like,
Des is
finally,
like,
Jesus.
he's like, I don't understand. He's like, how many Nickelback songs do you have on there if you have all of these AC/DC songs?
Right?
Yeah. What, did you bring your own agent in here, Gatr, to pick your songs for you?
No, I brought somebody from the best hub on the net.
The best hub on the net? Who might that be?
Mm-hmm. Sin.
Brought to you by OnlySins.com.
Nice.
He was asking in chat. He had up song picks. I was like, it's a community cast. I feel like he should be brought in.
Okay.
Since I'm here, we need more representation.
Of course, Sin Media.
We need another representation.
It's, of course, Sin Media from the Guardian Hub. How are you tonight, sir?
Magical. And don't forget, it is the best hub on the net.
Yeah, Des said it already.
Oh my God, that is the best radio voice I've ever heard.
Yes, he is a very nice
stole
voice.
My thunder.
He sounds just as good in person, by the way.
I figured since you guys were all doing a giant cast, I think the best song pick of tonight would be by none other than Rick Astley himself.
Oh, no. You're not going to Rickroll me, are you? Come on, man.
I was going to say Rick Cuck. It sounds like, when did he pick a song?
Are you seriously going to Rickroll us tonight?
Like, that voice is just velvety smooth. I can't get past it.
I couldn't resist. Hopefully, I don't know if the song came over with the mixer or not, but
say it
yes, we're definitely going to Rickroll you.
Okay, fine. I don't think it's in there.
I appreciate
I'll allow it.
Can Sin replace Gatr?
No, he's got his own podcast. Sorry.
I've tried.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
I'm like glue. I just don't get off now.
Whoa.
Jesus, I didn't say that. Damn, that's an outtake. God damn it.
You better clip that one.
God.
That's an outtake if I ever heard one.
I just had a long day.
If you don't get off, how do you have kids?
Oh my God.
This rivals the other moment where he said, I just can't get it up tonight. Oh shit. I didn't mean it.
I've done that several times.
His brain.
You talking about, I do that all the time.
Several times, Gator?
I've several times through all the shows we've done. Oh God damn it.
Oh my God.
You may want to see a doctor about this next week.
Yeah. All right. Fine.
If it lasts longer than 4 hours, you should probably seek medical attention.
Yeah.
In that new Newman advert, do you have trouble getting your instrument to work in the moment?
No, I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm good.
All right, I've got mine.
All right, what do you got, Arnga?
Okay. I've got Light Switch by Charlie Puth. And a new song came on my new music playlist this week through Apple. By Darius Rucker. It's called Same Beer, Different Problems.
Oh, okay.
I actually like the words to it. It's pretty cool.
Okay. Good songs. Yeah, by the way, Arcade Fire just released an album today called We, and it is fantastic. I'll be adding a song next week from them. But who are we missing? We got everybody's songs? Okay.
Did we
Hazel?
get Burning Wing?
Huh? Didn't we get his already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hazel, did you have a song?
This time.
Okay, moving on.
Who shall not be named.
Mine as well.
I think we're missing beer.
All right, Hazel. What do you got for tonight, man?
All right. I have Useless by I'll Get By, which is actually 21 Cabbage's band.
Oh, really? Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was asking if he could post his band playlist. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. So, I listened to it. It's typically harder than I usually go with, but
that's what she said.
Yeah, I like it a little more flaccid. Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Everybody said it all day. I figured might as well be my turn.
I forgot I wasn't muted. I apologize.
It's okay. I'll allow it. So I went with that. And then Cream by Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh, okay.
That has to be done on purpose now. Come on.
Oh, right. That must have been just on fucking purpose. Last minute switch up.
Right.
No.
Called an audible.
Burning Wing, you with us?
Maybe.
Yeah. You sound good.
Yeah.
Don't touch anything. Don't move. What did you pick tonight, man, for music?
All right, so the two I got. First one is Hollywood Undead, Everywhere I Go.
Okay.
Nice.
It's a good song. I just enjoy it.
Good pick.
And for the second song, it's called The Time Is Now, and it is by this guy. You can't normally see him, but his name is John Cena.
God damn it.
He's the invisible man.
You can't see him. It's just one of those things.
Where's the band button?
Yes, you guys all had the prank call on YouTube.
I just don't know where the
That
button
prank
is.
call is so good.
You ban him. I'm moving you back to the audience.
Fine. All right. I got nostalgic tonight. My best friend from high school, I've mentioned him before. His name's Jeff Coffey. He sung for Chicago, actually, as a lead singer when they were touring. And we used to follow this band when we were in high school back in the 80s. And it just has to be a must add for tonight. It's a San Francisco metal band. They formed in 1979. This power ballad was their first hit, really propelled them into the mainstream. It's from their second album from 1984, Midnight Madness, which I wore this tape cassette out in my car. It's the song Sister Christian. It's kind of a staple. You got to have it in every playlist. It's the band Night Ranger. Still touring today, by the way. And
that's a good song.
And my second song, I already added a song from this group, but this is one of the two songs you just have to have in a playlist. And man, these songs are timeless. I listen to them and I feel like I'm listening to them when they first came out. The band's from Grays Lake, Illinois. They formed in 1995, the same year I actually started my business, so it's kind of symbolic. I was a 27-year-old and scared as hell of what my future was, but like I said, it's very symbolic. The group is, to me at least, and it's one of my favorite bands of all time. It's the band Chevelle, and the song is Red from their 2002 album Wonder What's Next, which my other song was from as well, so it's probably my favorite album.
Love that song, by the way. Good choice.
God, I love that band. I crank their music up and I'm like, got at it. Hey, Sin, you got a song?
Red concert is pretty good.
Do you mean a serious one other than being rickrolled?
Go ahead. You got another one?
Oh, man. Putting me on the spot.
I'm sure you got a list.
I don't know what all you have on the playlist. But let's go with something old. I know I was going to call you Drafty. Hazel mentioned something a little harder than he normally would listen to, but let's go really old school. Let's go Slipknot, Wait and Bleed.
Oh, great.
Nice.
That brings back
really
memories too.
Really enjoyed that song as I was growing up, dating myself there a little bit, but yeah.
No, that's all right.
Really good.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's they're definitely a really hard style rock band, but this song definitely has got some melody to it and really enjoyed it.
Hell yeah, man. Thanks for that ad. I forgot all about that group. There's so many groups, man. My memory's mush. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. We got a few announcements before we wrap things up. Hazel, did you have anything before I say my stuff?
Check the Discord bot for raid nights and for scrims. Those are still going on. And aside from that, Hazel's contest is still going on. So as long as you post in there, you'll be entered for a $100 gift card to somewhere of your choosing. And also, fun fact is, Potato Thumbs is actually doing like a challenge as well for about kind of like getting fit. So
they're always fun. And they always give away like a t-shirt, and they have like several prizes. They have a drawing at the end of the contest. We used to do it all the time. I think it's from Dad's Tales. Didn't Dad's Tales start it? And then I don't know who started it exactly, but yeah. Shout out to Fluffy Fingers and Admiral Nips. Great guys. Okay. That it for you, Hazel?
Yes, it is.
All right. I wanted to give a few Patreon shout outs and Patreon mentions tonight. We have a new dungeon champion Patreon, Sage of Databayo. And also new members, Ronan Red Lion and
What is even going on right now?
I don't know. You guys started it. We also have two more members, Mr. Ronan Red Lion and RNG Gatr Runga. Thanks, guys. We appreciate you supporting the show. It just helps, pay for all of our extra stuff that we pay for every month that goes right back into our community building. So we
All
appreciate
those
that.
OnlyFans subscriptions.
No, we don't mention that, Mo. I told you we don't mention that tonight.
Makes sense.
That's extra.
There's also something about the NDA people had to sign. I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. You know, the main thing is Hazel and I do this for the love of the game, and more importantly, for all of you that listen. So thank you. If you think you received any value from our podcast today and you're entertained and interested in supporting us, just check out our Patreon. It's patreon.com/support Guardian Downcast, and you can join our patrons for less than a Twitch or YouTube subscription. So check that out. There's some cool benefits, like, you know, you get a special badge in our Discord. We have our own little private chat channel, which some of you are finding out about. And, you know, we can make fun of the new Gatr. So, thank you all. I think all of you are awesome members out there. And,
yes, thank you.
As you know, our podcast is highly produced and edited, which I do a lot of that part.
Most of the time.
There's some semi-professional bullshit sometimes too, but there's a lot of extra outtakes and, you know, kind of we leave on the cutting room floor. So I gather them up and gently held them in my hands, and we'll release those in special Patreon episodes as well. So check those out. I've got a treasure trove of clips tonight, so I'm going to have to weed through them and decide what to keep and what to add and we'll see what the time allows. Hey everybody. Yeah, it's me again. I know. I'll add some music right here just to make things a little more entertaining. We had so much going on that night that we forgot to do our question of the month for May. This is pretty cool. It's something we've started last month and had a really good response from it. And the question for the month of May is, do you play PvP? If so, what is it you hate about it? And what is it you enjoy about it? Now, if you don't play PvP, what holds you back from doing it? And what would you want to change to motivate you to play it? We need to get answers from this question by Wednesday, May 25th. That's going to get here before you know it. So don't procrastinate. Jump on the SpeakPipe and send us a pre-recorded message. And it's speakpipe.com/GuardianDowncast, all one word. And you can add it there. Or you can go to our Question of the Month channel in our Discord and, write your answer there. Okay, so we're changing up our prize structure for this month. Here's what we're going to do. All of your written answers in our Discord channel under Question of the Month, or your speak pipes that you send in to us through speakpipe.com/GuardianDowncast will all be entered into a drawing for a $25 Amazon gift card. But just for fun, we're going to pick our favorite SpeakPipe answer, and they're going to get some podcast swag. Yeah, to just make it a little more fun. And we also want to encourage everyone to record a message for us. And you don't really need much to record a message. Just your phone and its mic that's built into it will be just fine to record a message for us. And it won't take but just a few minutes. So, send us that SpeakPipe. And if it's one of our favorites on that show, on episode 149, we will award some podcast swag. So good luck. But that's it. That's a wrap, guys. Another episode in our collection. For our listeners out there, we have 145 other episodes with interviews from gamers all over our community. So take a look at those, especially if you're just finding out about us. And listen, if you like what you hear, tell a friend about us. We appreciate that. That's the only thing we really ask is just tell someone about us. Wow. So many guests. So much fun tonight. But we cannot leave without not only a Scumdesk corner, but someone else left us a corner as well. So we're going to listen to that first one right now.
Hey everyone, this is Sweaty Spooks coming at you live from Prince Edward Island, Canada, bringing you our first rendition of Sweaty Spooks' Corner by request by Mr. Scumdesk. Love you, buddy. Oh, alright, so here we go. It's Monday. It's lunchtime. I'm on lunch from work. I come home usually for lunch so I can just have my own food, not have to worry about somebody else's mess at the work kitchen. Yeah. So, anyways, it's beautiful weather out there. Let's see, probably about 15 degrees Celsius, maybe low 60s Fahrenheit, which I'm sure to Mr. Gatr, that's probably quite chilly, but that's beautiful weather for where I am. So, now I'm actually quite annoyed with this. Why? Because it's a repeat of last summer, what happened last summer, Sweaty? Monday to Friday, you get your good weather, and then you're off for Saturday and Sunday, and it's nothing but overcast with wind and rain, and it's cold, and it ended up interfering with a lot of my plans. So, question for everybody that's on the show tonight. When was the last time you were looking forward to participating in an event, be it with family or friends, and the weather had canceled your plans on you and you were really bummed out about it? So let's hear it. Love you all.
All right. What do you guys think? One final question for the show ends tonight.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I was really looking forward to going to see a comedian with my parents, my mom and stepdad, as kind of like an early graduation gift from college. And I went to school in Knoxville, Tennessee, 3 hours away from home. And out of nowhere, we were 60 degrees like the day before, and then an ice storm blew in midday that day and went all night. And I went to see how bad it was, and as soon as I stepped out my door, I slipped on black ice and busted my ass. And I was like, nope, no driving. I was so mad.
Oh, that sucks. Anybody else?
I have kind of a non-answer because I'm an introvert, and I usually look forward to using the weather as an excuse not to visit.
Yes.
You're not wrong, Des. You're not wrong there, man.
Oh no, the weather just became good.
Sun's out. I can't help.
There's a lot of pollen in the air.
It's like, oh,
I don't even
Mom,
have hay fever.
sorry.
It's fucking me up, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's so beautiful outside. I can't leave.
Nice.
Stop looking at it from a distance.
I figure, Mo, with all the weather, it moves over the UK all the time. That's probably a common occurrence for you guys.
Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing the only one plan that ever been cancelled was, I don't know, maybe going to play football or soccer with the buds. And it just absolutely downpours on the pitch that you pre-book with all your buds, like, 10, 12, 14, whatever. And it's like, come on. You rained all the week. Why you got rain today as well? Like, relax. Have a day off. Nah. Get fucked.
I guess.
But then you'll have sun for the whole next week.
Oh.
And, you have no plans.
Just to spite you. Yeah, just to spite you.
I get fucked. All right. Thanks. Cheers. Guess I will.
Pretty true.
Jealous, Salt? You guys had anything like this you want to talk about?
I don't really have an example.
Okay.
I kind of always plan for the worst in a way. Like, if I know there's a chance of something happening, I make up a backup plan.
Uh-huh.
So.
Right. Cool. Anybody else?
I've got one. It is
Go for it.
Fairly recent.
Yeah, man.
Although it didn't actually cancel my plans. So last Friday, a week ago, it was 90 degrees here in Kansas. And me and the kids had tickets to go see the Lion King Broadway show. So we had to come home and get them and go back 60 miles each way. By the time we get back to Wichita to see the show, it's clouded up, storming. We go eat. When that, it starts hailing a little bit. I'm like, well, maybe we shouldn't go to the show. I'm like, well, we're already here, whatever. While we're in the show, there is a tornado on the other side of Wichita. So everyone's phones in the theater goes off at the same time, which is kind of funny. And then there was some power flickers, but it didn't actually cancel the show, luckily.
Man, that's just a reality in Kansas, isn't it? That's crazy, man.
Yeah, as long as you don't live in Andover, I think you're okay.
Yeah, those poor guys. That was just bad.
So the one that came through on Friday was 31 years and 3 days to the day of when an F5 went through in 1991.
Really? See, what scares me about tornadoes is nighttime tornadoes, because you can't see them coming until they're on you. And, we're talking.
You can't see them in the daytime either.
Well, yeah, it just gets so. Well, no, I mean you can see them in the sky, at least heading your way, but when it's nighttime, no.
Yeah. And actually, it's funny you say that. There was an incident not too long after I moved down here to where I live now. I woke up at 3:50 in the morning to a tornado less than a mile away from my town, heading straight for the town. No sirens, nothing. The only reason I knew something was going on was it was a super bad storm, and I turned the TV on, and they were like, "Hey, if you're in the city of Harper, which is where I live, take cover now." So I had to run, wake the kids up, grab the animals, run downstairs. That was interesting.
You know, in Florida, we don't even have sirens. We just get the weather service, will beep on your phone, and it'll just say warning. That just means it's in your area within a mile or something. And I'm like, where the hell am I even supposed to be looking for this thing? So I have like a giant walk-in shower. That'll be where I go, if debris and stuff. So
yeah, we had that tonight. We had tornadoes.
Did you really?
Where I live tonight? Oh yeah, shit came through North Carolina today.
Yeah, we had a watch earlier today, and
Really?
I'm funny. Being from around here in Middle Tennessee, I'm so used to them every year this time of year that literally my mother will call me in the middle of the night, going, "Are you hiding?" "No, I'm sleeping." "Why aren't you hiding? There's a tornado." I'm on the second floor of my apartment building. If I die, I die. It's not like I can go downstairs, say, "Hey neighbor, it's wonderful to meet you, even though we've never met before. Can I hide in your bathtub?" I can't do that on the first floor. So if I die, I die. Can I go back to sleep now?
Yeah.
But I've always been that way. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, a tornado." I'm like, "Hey, look, sleep."
Hazel, anything for you? Let's give everybody
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Yeah, not that I know of, unfortunately.
For me, it was an offshore fishing trip. It took 6 months to put it together because all of my friends in real life, we all are freaking busy as hell all the time. And we had this one Saturday we could all get our schedules together 6 months in advance. It's beautiful all week. Come Saturday, 50-mile-an-hour winds and just crazy waves. Just there's no way it would have been enjoyable. And what stings even worse is the charter company never called us the night before to cancel it. So we all showed up there thinking, man, they're crazy as hell, but okay, we really wanted to go. We get there and the whole pier, the whole dock, the whole inlet is empty. And we're like holding our dicks. I'm like, what the hell? You guys got to call us and let us know. That's just unprofessional shit. And of course, you paid a deposit and everything. It's just bad time. So, all right. Before we go, we have a Scum Desk Corner.
Hello, and welcome to Scum Desk Corner. I've just had a message from Mr. Miner, and he said that some English guy freaks out because he's found out that Americans heat their tea in a microwave. I don't know whether that's going to be fresh tea or a cold one from the morning before, but I used to live with a guy, Nick, when all the boys used to live together in a flat, and he used to make a cup of tea, he'd fall asleep pissed up, and then he'd wake up in the morning, he'd be like, "Oh, I warmed my tea up in the microwave." It's one of the most disgusting things you could ever do. What's the point? But this type of bloke is, he used to come in wankered, pissed up, and he'd put toast on and then just go straight up to bed. Nearly burnt the fucking house down,
Yeah.
So that's the type of person that is. But no, you do not. You make fresh tea. You do not warm it up in a microwave. Whether it goes cold after an hour, you don't do it. Whether it's cold the next day and you forgot about it, you don't warm it up. You make a fresh cup of tea. When I work, I've got my little depot and my little room where my desk is and stuff like that. I have tea. I buy powdered milk for my cups of tea. At home we have fresh milk, but at work I have powdered milk, else I'm going to have to go to the shop every 10 bloody minutes to get it. So people come and they work with me and stuff like that. "I'll make you a cup of tea, but I've only got powdered milk." "Oh, no, I don't like powdered milk." I say, "Well, let me make you a cup of tea and just try it. And then I'll make some a cup of tea with this powdered milk." Well, it's called coffee, mate. It's supposed to go with coffee. But for me, it works with tea. And they're like, "That's one of the nicest cups of tea I've ever had." My brother turned up at work one day and I made him one of them. And he's like, "Oh, no, I hate powdered milk." And he said it was absolutely gorgeous. So that's fair enough. Using coffee powdered milk for a cup of tea, but warming it up, even with fresh milk, nah, that's a wrong un. Anyone who does that is a wrong un. I'll tell you what. Anyway, love you all. Cheers for that. Good little question. I enjoyed that. Yeah. Love you all. Bye. Stay safe.
I guess I'm a wrong one. Oh, well. I microwave on occasion.
You need help.
I'll just say, like, don't judge my life. You don't know my life.
Microwave's my best friend.
No, for real.
You need help.
I mean, I don't have a tea kettle or anything, so I literally
I don't either.
I put water in this little sauce pot. I heat it up, put it in a mug, put it in my tea bag, and let it steep. Put some honey in there, a little bit of sugar, and then I put a couple ice cubes in it to cool it down enough to drink. And if it gets cold, it gets cold. Whatever.
Yeah.
If it gets cold, it's good. But like,
yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
She has a cup of tea. It gets cold completely, and she's like, "Can you warm me up in the microwave?" I'm like, why would you warm it up? Why would you take it out, but you're not going to drink it and you're going to do other stuff? I don't understand. Why would you make tea if you're not going to drink it now?
Yeah,
it might be that.
Yes.
It might be that.
But also, I mean, honestly, and to me, it's a waste of money to just throw tea down the drain and then make just another cup.
True.
Yeah,
you're basically using
or in the words of Mr. Alborn Nips, like what you like, don't apologize.
Very true.
Like I said, you don't know my life.
Des disagrees.
Wrong.
Des disagrees.
No, I'm saying I'm from the South. I drink my tea cold and sweet.
Yep. Yes.
Exactly.
Hell
If
yeah.
it ain't that, don't want it.
Sweet
It's gotta
tea.
be diabetes.
Sweet tea.
Got to what, Gigi? What'd you say, Gigi?
I said, if it don't give me diabetes, I don't want it.
Right.
You don't want the sugar.
Sweet tea is awful. Just gotta throw that out there.
No, it's the best, man. Hey, I'm gonna blow your mind. I actually drink sweet green tea with lemon and ginseng in it, and I use Splenda as the sweetener, so it's 0 calories.
And you will be well preserved because the body processes Splenda like formaldehyde.
Probably. We're all gonna die of something.
Entitled.
We're all gonna die of something.
Halfway there.
Hell, my mind's mush. My mind's gone already. It don't matter.
There it is. The mind's mush. He can't make it through that.
I'm fading, guys. I'm fading.
I'm fading.
Yep, there it is. I'm fading.
All right. Shout outs and call outs before we leave tonight. Anybody want to give a shout out or give us a call out of where we can contact you, where we can find you guys? Anybody want to start?
Oh, don't worry. You know where you can find RNG Gatr. That's not a problem.
Unfortunately.
Bullying everybody.
I will find you. You know where to find
don't worry about it. He'll find you.
If you have any questions, you can tag at GATR in the Discord, and he can help you.
Don't do that.
Across all the Discords.
Always tag at GATR.
Okay.
I'm on Twitch and Twitter. Same username, GG Leaf on the Wind.
Thanks for coming on tonight. I know we you got the initiation tonight. You got the long podcast. Sorry
It
about
was
that.
fun.
Yeah. We just have when you have a lot of people on, there's a lot of talk, a lot of opinions, and you want to give everyone their turn, so it takes a little extra time. But
except for Drafty.
Who's snoring?
Yeah, he's
Oh, wait,
out.
is he finally gone?
No, I think he timed out. I think he timed out and fell out.
Wait, you can time out?
Or no, maybe he just said, "Oh shit," woke up and said, "Oh, I'm out." Yeah. Mo, where can people find you, man? Or do you want to give a shout out to anybody in particular?
I don't know, not in particular. Don't really have anyone to shout out. I've not really been keeping up with anything, so it's not like, yeah, you guys all suck. Nah, just no one comes to mind at the moment. But I'm on Twitter, posting screenshots of games I'm playing, basically harassing everyone's newsfeed.
Yeah.
Mo Harfo. Well, it's _ Mo Harfo, because someone has fucking taken my original name.
What the
hate to see it. Not everyone's as lucky as Hazel now, okay?
Yeah, I know.
Well, but then
Right.
he's screwed on Twitch, so I guess.
Yeah.
It's all valid.
Yes. Thanks, Mo.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on tonight,
Yeah.
buddy. I know it's a
It's
late
all
one
good.
for you. Jealous.
I just leveled up guns. I'm happy with it.
Hell yeah, man. Jealous, where can people find you? Or do you have a shout out?
You can find me on the Twitter at Jealous Gaming. I am starting to do a fitness journey there, so if you'd like to check that out, follow me there on Twitter. And then you can follow me at twitch.tv/Jealous Gaming. I will be picking up the streaming grind once we are done with the school. So catch you guys there.
Yeah, man, you're
very nice.
Your streams are fun. I've been in a few of them. They're fun. Basically NACL. Anybody you want to give a shout out to, or do you want to tell where people can find you?
found in the Discord at basically NACL. Same on Xbox.
And thank you again for your support, bud. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Only Sins. Since you're in here, want to give a shout out or a call out?
Ooh. Yes, you can always find me in the Discord with you all here in GDC or over on Twitter at sin_media. That is all.
Dang it.
Best voice ever.
Yes, he's got a voice for
I don't
radio.
even know. I don't even know who's next because I would do my TGH thing for you. Who's next? Who's next, Gatr? I'll do it for you.
Pick somebody.
Yeah, good.
What about Dez? Bird Rock Forever. Where can people find you?
Oh, God. You can find me on Twitter at DES_Raven, home of the Hephaestus Index, which is an entire utility of where you can find weapons, their stat lines, how they compare to one another. So if you're looking for that better weapon to really focus in for, you can search for it there. And I guess GDC exclusive, since we didn't record yet, it is updated. It is there. You can find that link at our Discord over at TGH under the D2 Index, which you can find that link over on the GuardianHub.com.
The best hub on the net.
God, it's almost like
It's
almost like it's rehearsed. It's so in sync.
I mean, I'm slightly inebriated and still have it.
That's like professional bullshit.
Right?
Isn't it? That's professional bullshit, Hazel. I swear to God. We got to get to that level, man.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I would agree.
Burning Wing, where can people find you, man?
You can find me on the places with the things. You can tag me in Discord at iHeart Well Done Steak with Ketchup. You can also find me on Twitter at ban_Davis 2020.
And you can also find Burning Wing over on TikTok, smoking his meat.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Can Sins just narrate my life?
I'm telling you. It's awesome.
You pay him right, he'll do it for you.
Absolutely. He does voiceovers,
The
I'm sure.
onlysins.com fee is $3.99.
Hey, did we get the friends and family discount?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nice.
I am in West Virginia, so you know what friends and family means, right?
Same thing, right?
Oh, Hazel. We made it, man. We made it to the end. Where can people find you, sir?
Hazel NT. Anywhere and everywhere except for Twitch, where it's the Hazel NT.
Gotta love that branding. You can find me on the Twitter at Todd the Gatr. Remember, that's Gatr. You can also find me on Steam and PS5 as Gatr, all caps, Gatr. Don't forget those underscores. The same on YouTube. Gatr-Guardian Downcast also is a YouTube link. And we also post our shows every week on that YouTube channel. Or you can just go to GuardianDowncast.com for all the information. Hey, everyone. Continue to be safe out there. And more importantly, hey, take care of one another.
The weight of the world was on your shoulders, and still you triumphed. Marvelous.
Thank you all so very much for listening. And later, Guardian.
Get toddled.
Let's hear it, guys.
Stay magical.
Get toddled, motherfuckers.
Hit that bread.
Play the game if you want legendary shots.
That's perfect. So, come on. Let's hear it.
Later.
I can stand maggots and I can stand dead people. I am deathly scared of bugs.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the only thing around dead people.
I have two dreams from my job, and I've done this several occasions. I don't like spiders and I don't like carpenter ants. It's the big giant red and black ants, that pour out of tree stumps and stuff. I have dreams that they're pouring out of my mattress several times a year, and I get up and I shove my wife out of bed full force. Get the hell out of bed. I gotta take care of this. Yeah, it's either spiders. It's usually carpenter ants, but spiders and carpenter ants.
Well, this conversation's been really fucking fun.
Yeah. Night-night.
I'm going to go have nightmares tonight.
Yeah. Night-night, everybody. Hey,
I may have given myself some nightmares.
Thanks, chat, for hanging in there tonight. We appreciate you joining us live as always.
Yes,
Thank
we
you
do.
guys.
Thank you
we
so
love you
much.
guys, and
Yes.
of course, all you beautiful people in our Discord, in our live chat tonight, and in our live stage. Thank you guys. We appreciate it.
Can Sin replace Gatr?
No, he's got his own podcast. Sorry,
I've tried.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
I'm like glue. I just don't get off now.
Whoa!
Jesus, I didn't say that. Damn, that's an outtake.